Burr. What's up? I'm in Calgary, Alberta, and welcome back to Kanode Knows. This week on the show, we got Steve Croteau. Croteau. Steve Croteau. I don't know how to pronounce your last name, Steve. I've been following him for 16 years. Originally from New York, and was a big part of the BMX scene the whole time I've been in it. So it was really cool to actually sit down and talk to him. I think we mentioned it, but we've been to Interbikes together, but we've crossed paths several times over the years, but never really stopped to say hi. So I was in LA for a couple of days, and I invited him over to where I was staying, and we set up a podcast and banged it out, and it was really cool. So it was good to get to talk to him. You've probably at least heard of him, and if you're in BMX, like, he's a polarizing dude. Like, it's either fuck Steve Croteau or I fucking love Steve Croteau. Like, he's the dude. So it was a treat to get to know him and hear his story and just chit chat with him. Everything from making fun of my pants to fucking how Garrett Reynolds' mom helped him with his career. So really interesting shit. Steve, thanks for coming on. Before we get into it, make sure you like the video, subscribe, do all that shit, share the show with a friend. If you have any submissions, you send them to kanodeknows@gmail.com. And please leave a review if you're just listening. And for this one, you might just want to listen because, dude, I left autofocus on the camera, so it's just focus breathing the whole time. Sorry, I'm going to have a word with my producer, and he will be reprimanded appropriately. All right, that's enough. Here's Steve Croteau.
I got a hoodie and a jacket on while this guy's got his pajamas on.
Actually, man, these are fire corduroys from Hooyee.
Those are fucking pajamas.
Yeah, they're comfy.
Your whole
shit,
setup
dude.
is Venice Beach.
That's me, baby.
Yeah. You put on the Venice
poppin'.
the Venice outfit. The open-toed sandals, the chancletas with jeans.
I showed up to some birthday party at Clay's with my sandals on, and fucking Troy goes, he does yoga once, and he starts having his toes out. You know, I'm like, all right.
I mean, everybody got their thing, bro. Like, you'll never. When I went to jail, I didn't even wear sandals. Like,
just barefoot or what?
I think I just kept my socks on for like 2 months, son. Like, I was not playing that. Like,
what's wrong with sandals?
I just don't do it. Like Nike, the
It's
opposite,
rules,
you know.
man. That's hilarious.
I just don't. I got ugly feet too, though.
That's might have something. I got beautiful toes, man. I'm kidding. He fucking looks at him.
Better than mine.
Oh shit. Well, hi, welcome. Hi,
Who do
Steve.
I look at, you or the camera?
Talk to me. You know, yeah. This is a interesting setup. We're at Jamil's house on Venice Beach. Beach is right there. How far do you live from here?
It took us like an hour. Ryder Poi drove me over here. I don't drive, so it took us like an hour.
Hell
probably, yeah.
Shout out Ryder. Just so that people can see Ryder. Hi, Ryder. So yeah.
What's good, people?
Hell yeah. I'm stoked that we could do this. I didn't know if I was going to be able to have time, but looks like we do, and this is a cool setup. I've been running podcasts for work, so the whole time I'm watching the setup for work, and I'm like, I want to do one here too. And the fact that you can come over and do it is pretty rad.
No, I appreciate it. I just told you I was watching yours, and I was like, in my head, I talk to, everybody talks to themselves, or at least you should. But every time I watch your podcast, I'm like, this would be cool, but I'm not doing the Zoom. Like, I can't believe Garrett conformed and did the Zoom.
He conformed.
He wanted to talk to you.
Yeah,
you were too giddy. You were like, can't believe I got it.
Legit. Fuck
and
yeah.
I was watching. I was like, damn, he's just letting Garrett talk. But Garrett wanted to talk, and he talked.
It was awesome, dude.
It was a good one.
I was blown away. Like, I had to research, and he did Unclicked before, and I was like, okay, cool. But it was audio only. Like, he'd never been on a video before.
I ain't never watched that.
Yeah.
No offense to Fudger. I give Fudger his props.
Yeah.
He does his thing.
This was before Fudger. It was a Anderson thing. Like, so Unclicked was only
Double
Anderson.
whammy.
And then I don't know how many episodes deep, but they switched to be partners.
Double whammy. I never watched it before it was on the video form.
Yeah. To be honest, like, I don't listen to BMX podcasts, dude. Like, I commend you for doing it. It's amazing, but unless I'm like researching somebody, dude.
If I'm sitting on the computer designing and I'm scrolling, you ever scroll YouTube and you get frustrated? Like, I can't find something to just put on, and sometimes music ain't the one. I'll throw on the Bobby Kanode. I'll throw on the Todd Lyons one with Unclicked. You know what I mean? Like, why? I like the older guys from the Unclicked ones because, like,
legends, dude.
I got told Magoo was a nutball from everybody when I got into
Same.
this shit.
Yeah.
I listened to the Magoo one. I'm like, damn, we lost a good one. You know what I mean? Like the best one, probably.
Yeah.
You know, and I, so I like listening to this shit.
Wait, what do you mean we lost a good one? Did he die?
No, I'm just
shit.
BMX.
Yeah. Okay,
That man, I didn't know he had roots. I thought he was just some kook in an office the whole time that didn't ride. Yeah. Meanwhile, he had the master plan, but nobody wanted to go along with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I'm listening to that going, fucking fudger. Like, you know what I mean? He's like, I'm sorry. I had nothing to do with that. Like, yes, you did. You were the main point over there. What are you talking about? But that's fudger. You know what I mean? But nah, the BMX podcast is just, I love BMX. That's why I still represent it so hard. You know what I mean? I would make way more money if I didn't. Yeah. But actually, who knows? I don't fucking know.
Right.
You never know. But I love BMX, and I love the history, and I love that you're kind of taking on the role of interviewing my generation of guys.
Yeah.
Because we're the ones right before you, I guess.
Right, yeah.
But
you're 36, I'm 33.
So you're interviewing...
Very similar generation.
So Fudger's got the guys that I never heard from, you know what I mean? Which is, I wish I would have heard from them while we were doing Deadline or something, you know what I mean? But you're doing my generation, which is informing whoever's watching your podcast, you know what I mean? Like, on what we did, because that shit's lost. All that shit's gone. So then it's cool. We have tiers right now. And then you got the Pocket Air one. I just watched one with that. That was pretty good. The Bottle Kids one.
Yep.
So I try to keep up on it. I try to keep up on everything. That's why I leave the comments, though, because you never know who's watching. And I hate that people watch it and they'll be like, yeah, I watched it.
Yeah, cool.
Like, yo,
they just become a number. You know?
Just fucking leave a comment. Motivate me. I just helped you get through, 3 hours of your day? Like, you know, like, so.
That might come from, like, you put shit out on your YouTube, like, so you feel how a comment feels, you know? You do see that shit. And it's
when
like,
I make a post on Instagram and you just like it, it's like, who cares? That's why I hide all the likes. Everybody thinks it's because it's low engagement. It's like, no, I fucking hide my highest engagement. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, it don't matter. None of that shit matters unless you're like actively like sharing it, commenting. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That was one thing when me and Began would always hang out. I see him scrolling without double tapping. I'm like, you can't hit the double tap while you're scrolling. As long as I'm scrolling, you're getting a like. You know what I mean? That's the least I could do for following you. You know what I mean?
Oh, shit. You said like that our generation kind of, the shit that we did was lost, or like the shit that you guys did, I should say, is lost. How do you mean? Like, lost? It's
not lost. It's just nobody telling the stories. It's like you can search whatever you want, but if the kids don't know what to search, that's 90% of the battle.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So it's like we have tons of shit out there. You know, like I still got to go into meetings and be like, yeah, fucking, I ride BMX. Like, I used to really do this shit. And they're like, why don't you do it anymore? I'm like, I still really do this shit, but I just don't say, hey, yeah, I'm fucking out there riding. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, I don't know. I don't know where I'm going with that.
No, yeah. I think it does make sense because unless it's fresh, top of mind nowadays, like social media is such a infinite scroll that it's
they
like...
They forgot about Ethan Corrier already.
Yeah.
Like, no offense. I love Ethan.
Yeah.
But he went silent for 2 years, and you forget about Ethan Corrier. Like, you know what I mean? And that's supposed to be the kids that knocked us out of the limelight. You know what I mean? Like,
shit. So then that's already happening, and it's like a whole new wave of
up.
Like, who's next? You know?
That's why I yell at Garrett. I'm like, get on the fucking YouTube, make the Fiend behind the scenes once a month. Like, you know, it
I would
could
watch
be an
that.
ASMR of literally them just brick rubbing. And doing, you know what I mean? I just want to see because Garrett's out there every fucking day looking for spots and doing everything. Yep. And kids have no idea that that's part of the battle.
Yeah.
That was one thing, because pros used to come stay with us in San Diego and shit. And then you would see the guy that stayed with us for a week all of a sudden be depressed at the end of the week. And you'd be like, what's up? Garrett's got it, bro. Yeah, Garrett's got it. What you mean? You don't see him outside riding the manual pad for the last 3 hours while you've been watching videos? You know what I mean? Like, and kids don't know that shit.
Yeah.
So if you saw a video that came out from Fiend that's like a BTS where the first fucking 2 minutes is literally Garrett just riding his fucking solo box outside and be like, yo, I gotta go fucking wake up Ennis. You know what I mean? And then I gotta go get them breakfast. You know what I mean? Like, and that's his real routine that kids just think he's just good. You know what I mean?
Right.
No, he puts in his fucking work.
Exactly.
Like,
He's earning it.
Same thing as Dakota.
Still earning
why
it.
does Dakota have all these spots?
Yeah. Because he drives all day and looks for spots, dude. It's nuts. Yeah.
And nobody knows about this
Yep.
shit, you know. So
Man, especially out here, driving looking for spots has got to be something else because there's so many fucking houses and streets and just it's infinite. It's
at this
crazy,
point,
dude.
you should just get good at the Google Maps. Like, you know,
Yeah,
what I mean?
you can do it virtually
Come
for
on,
sure, huh?
You know, like you can't hop the fences, but
Yeah.
that's their therapy. Like Garrett used to, if we sat around the house all day, he would never sit around the house. I'd be drawing graphics, whatever, and he'd be outside fucking breaking a sweat, fucking
Riding,
whatever, riding. 7 p.m. rolls around, he has dinner. Yeah, I'm gonna go look for spots. All right, I'll go fucking chain smoke in the car while you fucking look at spots. You know what I mean? All right, whatever, you know. But yeah, I didn't mean like all of our shit's lost. It's just in BMX, nobody's telling a story.
Right.
There's no stories to be told, and it's the saddest part.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I've been fighting for the last 2 years with people. Like we'll run into groups of people, because I told you we go out every Sunday to ride. We're running into groups every fucking week, and we're just hanging out. Like, we're just happy to run into them, and then we get stuck there for 2 hours. We don't ride. Nobody's riding, and I'll yell like someone like a Kramus. I'll be like, "This is what we need to show. This is the shit we need to show. Why are we so happy to see each other in the street?" Like, you know what I mean? But
that's a beautiful moment. Yeah, when two crews unite, that's fire.
Bro, we got nobody else. That's what nobody. If you go to Paris, France, who you fucking hitting up? Somebody that rides a bike.
Bikers, dude.
Guess what? You're a fucking business owner. He's got to get a hotel. He's got to put out a call, a bird signal. Hopefully somebody comes to him. It don't work like that. In other words, we're so lucky to have what we have.
Yeah.
That it's disgusting that nobody tells.
I wonder why do you think it's like that?
What do you mean?
Why is it like a family? You know, why is our industry sick like that, and we can hit up people in whatever state we go to?
I would like to
have a
assume
place to
that
crash.
scootering and all that shit's the same way too. I think it's just that
But like versus other industries, like you're talking, you know what I mean?
well, it's why I ride BMX. Like I was super big on baseball my whole life. Like I was like Hoder used to come to Hoder stayed at my house for a month. He had to come to every baseball game.
Hell yeah.
You know? And what really fucking got me over to BMX was I would go to baseball games and I have to wait for an autograph or something like that. And then the guy signs the autograph. You might even have to pay him a couple bucks to sign the baseball. You know, this is back in the early 2000s, whatever. First fucking thing I ever went to, BMX, I went to a Dave Mirra Super Tour. And Corey Nastasi was coming up to me saying, "Yo, you got weed?" I didn't smoke it this time, but I'm like, "Yo, this is the guy that's on ESPN."
Yeah,
so now all of a sudden, my boy that had weed to give him, now I'm on the Dave Mirra bus. You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is going on right now? Like, that shit switched me over completely.
Yeah, it's like it's because it's accessible almost. Like they're not too far and too cool. Like your heroes will fucking come up and ask for
now
weed.
It's a little bit fucked up where kids don't really take anybody serious. Like they see a Nathan at the park, they don't really know. They're like, "Oh yeah, okay."
That's interesting.
That's a broke BMX pro. And that's why Sean was so mad at that whole, like, "You guys don't know what the fuck I got paid," blah, 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 because it is kind of a fucking crazy stigma that people are broke, whatever, you know, in the BMX world. You just have to make shit work. You have to get a real estate job, or you know what I mean? Like that.
But you're right. I think the generation might be a little jaded. Like, obviously not. It's not 100%. There's still young kids that are super stoked, but I think you might be right in general of like
usually
people losing their. Usually am. Let's go.
Real talk, like
You know what I want to know about? You mentioned riders would come and stay with you in San Diego, and makes me realize like you moved out here for Deadline.
I moved out here to get away from the Hurricane Sandy or whatever the fuck it was called.
Oh shit!
Augie was like, "Yo, I'm leaving Friday 6 p.m. You can't bring no weed with you, none of this." And I had Anthony Watkinson staying at my house. You ever heard of him?
Yeah.
He was at my house for like 4 months, bro. And I'm like, I gotta get this kid out of here. I was like, we gotta do something. And Augie's like, "I'm leaving my house 6 p.m. Friday. Be there, be square. I'm leaving with or without you." And I was like, "All right, no weed." I was like, "Fuck, this is kind of crazy." Got a bunch of weed. Met Augie, put it in my nuts. I'm like, "All right, let's go." You know, like so.
No weed. I got a bunch of weed.
Got a bunch of weed, and then as soon as I get there, he goes, "You get any weed?" I'm like, "Nah." He goes, "Ah, fuck, we gotta stop and get weed. I could actually bring weed now." I'm like, I got weed. He's like, I fucking knew it. But yeah, we
just aimless trying to get away from Hurricane Sandy. When is
we
this?
had a plan. We wanted to dip out Halloween. I don't know the year. Whatever year Deadline came out, the year before that Halloween.
I want to say 2013 or 14 is when it came out.
Whatever year it came out, the year before that on Halloween, we ended up at Garrett's house on Halloween. I slept through Halloween because I was so drained. Because I don't sleep while we're driving and shit. Yeah. So I just, because I don't drive. It's the one thing I got to do is stay up and make sure.
You just been here ever since, huh?
Pretty much.
Fuck yeah.
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 I mean, I've always been like I've been out of my parents' house since I'm like 16. So like, you know, I would live in fucking Jersey for a little bit. I live in Philly for a little bit. I try, you know.
Where did you grow up? I did my research, but I don't know like what your hometown is.
Brooklyn, New York.
Word.
So I started my whole life in Brooklyn. You know, I had riding with Edwin, all those dudes, like very lucky to get introduced to that very early. But also,
how early are we talking?
Like 13 years old.
Damn. Yeah.
So like I said, okay, so I don't really want to get into the whole like, oh, how'd you?
I'd like the cliff notes if you don't mind. You know.
So my grandma bought me a Transworld skateboarder mag, and really my whole life has just been about art. So I just like the art from that skate mag made me be like, oh, I want this board, but I didn't need the board or nothing like that. I just wanted that.
You wanted the piece. You wanted the art.
So I got a board. I got into skateboarding. I sucked at it. My mom's coworker was like, get into BMX, like get him into BMX. So she gave him a VHS with Base Brooklyn, Neighborhood Superheroes.
Damn, Mom.
My mom got it from the coworker, this guy Nelson. Nelson used to work for Bulldog Bikes too. Eventually, after all this, but Nelson gave my mom a VHS with Base Brooklyn, Neighborhood Superheroes, Dave Mirra, Miracle Boy and Nyquist, and Ride Parts, I think it was. So it's like my whole life in a nutshell on that VHS.
Yeah, that's
pretty
crazy.
much. Like, so he gave me that, and then I was maybe 8th grade or something. The Dave Mirra Super Tour came into town. I wasn't really riding, but I didn't even have a bike yet. Nelson was like, well, I'm going. Can I take Steven? My mom was like, fuck no, he failed all these classes. No way. I was like, come on. But my mom's like me, hard ass, but then like,
softy.
All right, you can go.
Hell
like,
yeah.
you know, so he took me there, and then that's when I met like everyone. It was at Lakewood, Scotty's Park. Mm-hmm. I didn't know who the fuck Scotty, all that shit was, but I was watching this shit on ESPN, and I'm like next to all these people that I've been watching on ESPN the last couple weeks trying to see what the fuck I'm getting into. Then, like I said, Corey Nastasio asked me if I had weed and all this shit. And I'm like, this is the coolest shit ever. We just hung out in the parking lot all night. Like, everybody dispersed, but we're with the whole Super Tour.
Yeah.
And that shit changed my whole shit. So,
and then you said you're 8 or 9 or some shit? Like, how old are you?
8th grade.
8th grade. Okay.
So around 8th grade.
12 or 13
something
or some
like
shit.
that.
Yeah. Man, that's a fucking sick first taste.
No, yeah. I'm beyond lucky. So then after that, I got a bike, and then you got really into it. Like, kids BMX was kind of big at this time. So the park by my house, like a little baseball, basketball, all that shit, I would see kids grinding the benches, throwing their bikes. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you know, at that time you were cool if you were throwing your bike, duct tape seats, all that shit. My little dumbass comes over with the Haro Back Trail X1.
Hell yeah, I had the same shit. Let's go.
They were like, I was taking my foot off for the feebles, all this shit. They duct tape my feet to the pedals. I'm the youngest one, you know, that's spray painting shit. I just got thrown into the mix immediately. And they were like,
it took you in, little
that,
Steve.
And then fucking I started digging into the shit, and I'm like, oh, okay. One of the main pros lives in Brooklyn. That's cool. So that's accessible. You know what I mean? Like all this shit. Edwin.
Yeah. Cool.
Like I said, I grew up on the Base Brooklyn video. So then I know Tyrone, I'm 14 years old. Tyrone's asking me to make his website for him. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like Prototype, NYC, whatever. It's just super was like, oh,
you're just fucking in the thick of it without even realizing, you know? That's
what really got me. You know what I mean? Like the tricks and all that shit, obviously you want to keep up, but like, it's really just being like, oh, they're asking about me today? Like, you know, like, all right, cool, you know? And then at that time, the BMX boards and all that shit's popping off.
Yeah.
And I'm a super computer nerd.
Yeah.
So I would be talking to everybody, talking shit, whatever. And then Ralphie Ramos, I remember one time Ralphie went to Boston or something, and he's like, you know what's, everywhere I go, Steve, you know what they ask me? Oh, you from New York? you know Steve-O? And that shit, like at the time I was kind of like bent, you know, like, oh, what the fuck? Like I got beef with everyone. Like, and it really looking back, it was like, oh shit, my big mouth. They only knew
loud.
that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, all right, so, but that I think that's really what it was. And then,
dude,
yeah.
talk about like an impressionable age, like the shit that happens to you when you're like that old to, I don't know, 18 or 20, like when you kind of stop being young and impressionable, like to be able to hang out with Edwin, do Tyrone's website, like what's your memory that pops in your head when you think about like the early days with Edwin?
Clouded on me.
Clowning on you?
He said, there's a story about Edwin. Edwin, I love Edwin to death. But the last time he stayed with us in L.A., he looked at me, he goes, yo, Steve-O, you remember this at the Electrical Edge? You came up to me talking about, how old are you, Edwin? I told you my age, and you said, damn, I'm 13 and I'm nice as you. And I said, bro, I remember everything. There ain't no way at 13 years old I was like, you made that shit up, son. Like, and he's like, nah, son, I swear, you came up to me, blah, blah, but I was in awe. Like, if I said that shit, that might have been out of nervousness, but I don't believe Edwin for a fucking second that I said that shit, because I remember everything. Like,
it's fucking hilarious.
With that type of shit, you know? But I learned a lot through that, because like I said, I was on the internet talking or whatever, and sometimes I would lie as a kid and be like, I landed a tail. Guess who's the one calling me out at the skate park? Ed and Vinny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'll try to bullshit and be like, nah, I landed that one. And be like, all right, son. And then, but really deep down, you're like, damn, my fucking idols are the ones calling me out.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's helped me out a lot in my life, because I do that to kids now. But now kids take that shit, they won't say a word, and they'll be like, oh, Steve hates me.
Yeah,
I can't talk to him. You know what I mean? But I really learned that shit from these guys, like talking hella shit to me.
Yeah.
Like I grinded up the Banks Rail when I was like 15, which is, to me, I was like, yo, what?
That's a big deal.
I put a board at the top of the stairs, because everybody's doing fly out whips and all that type of shit on it. But I was like, I don't want to catch a flat before my session. Might as well. So I posted the clip. Edwin was sitting at the Owl's Head skate park on his sidekick going, yo, Steve-O, you grinding up the Banks Rail? Like, yeah. Why you do it with the board, son? I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I can't win. Like, I can't win.
Not
you
good
know
enough,
what I mean?
bro.
Yeah, I was like, I can't win. So it's just
Fuck
like, they get, that's all. That's really what I remember.
Yeah.
Being around them.
That
it's
shit's
like,
important, dude. Like, I think making fun of the people you love is like, it's a love language. You know?
I would
like,
not be who I am without that.
It's
real talk.
Personality forming.
Especially like a Vinny Salmon was always mad hard on me. Like, probably the hardest out of everybody, but also the nicest out of everybody. But like tough love type shit.
Yep.
And that shit really helped me in my life. Like,
and
I still fucking love Vinny to death over it. He might not really give a fuck about me, but Vinny, him being a hard ass to me, really taught me, like, first of all, you're never gonna get away with a lie. Don't lie.
Yeah.
Second of all, they're talking about you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't help but notice something's going on.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so.
No, I've only been around you for like an hour at this point, and the way you talk about your PeepGame homies and just the people that you're around, like, you are the Vinny nowadays. If it's like,
for sure,
tough love,
for sure.
Yeah.
I try to articulate myself a little bit better, just because I have gone through so many cycles where people are like, I don't see a kid after I say something for like 3 years, and they're like, yo, why do you hate that kid? It's like, whoa, what?
Yeah.
If I hated him, guess what? I would have never said anything. I would have just let him fuck up, do his thing, you know?
Bro, I don't hate anybody. It's crazy. But the same shit happens with me, man.
I hate some people.
Why does Bobby hate me? I'm like, dude, I don't, you know?
It's a personal thing. Like, little Stevie Churchill, I've known him since he's fucking probably 5 years old. I grew up riding with his fucking older brother, you know what I mean? Like, not grew up riding, because my first girlfriend was in Connecticut. So I used to pretty much live in Beacon and Stevie's town when I was like 16. And I know Stevie since he's like fucking 5, and he's always been that good, bro. Like, always. I think he had some Levi's fucking sneakers on, and I've always been, obviously, I like clothes and shit. So I'm like, yo, what the fuck are those bootleg ass Vans at the time or whatever? Like, what's up? Like, pretty much, the next question would have been like, what size are you? Like, because I was on Vans, so I would have just gave him Vans. But he walked away. I didn't see him for like 2 years, and everybody's like, yo.
Like, why do you hate him, dude?
They were like, yo, you clowned on him about his Levi's shoes. And I'm like, bro, first of all, I know Stevie and his family. If that was, I wouldn't, like, that wasn't a personal attack. It was more or less like, yo, I'm going to give you some shoes. Like, you know what I mean? But you live and learn.
Yeah. Talking shit, dude. It's the best. I don't know. And you have to learn. It is a learned thing. Because at first I remember it like, oh, my feelings, but then like you realize it is kind of out of love. You know. It's a fucking.
I mean, my mom and my family is the same way. Like I've always been the kid like if people were coming to New York for like a bank gym, I would always answer and be like, yeah, stay at my house. Then all of a sudden I got 60 kids in my house. I got 1-bedroom apartment. Like I used to have kids sleeping in my backyard in the tent, you know?
Nice.
So one time my mom came down, everybody's sleeping all over the floors, all this shit. She comes down, she's like, yo, everybody out of the house. I didn't know any of you. Like I snuck them all in at night. Like literally like 30, 40 people.
Nice.
Get out the house. Everybody get the fuck out. So now they're like, yo, Steve, what do we do? Blah, blah, blah. They're all sitting outside my house. My mom's like, all right, eggs are ready. Who wants scrambled eggs? Who wants the type of shit like that? You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to yell at y'all. Yeah. You're going to know this is not good.
Yeah.
But I ain't going to let you go.
But all right, come on.
Yeah,
Who's
I'm
hungry?
not going to
Who's
let
hungry?
you go starving, you know? So
that's real. That's amazing, the memory with Ed. And so let's carry on. Cliff Note version of your BMX life after being at 8th grade, high school, fucking BMX in Brooklyn. Yeah. Where are you now?
And around that time, I mean, that's the Cliff Notes, but around that time, the first skate park got built, really, like Owl's Head, Brooklyn. So it became like a scene, you know, like, and New York BMX was heavy. The banks was around. You could just go to the bank. Like how Scott said, we used to just pedal off with 50 kids and you wouldn't know who's who. I knew who everybody was. Scott may have not, but it was really like cool. I think kids still do that shit from LES now, but they stay at LES. They don't want to deal with like
LES is a skate park?
That one under the bridge everybody stays at.
Yeah.
I haven't been back to New York in years, but I think that's what they do now. So yeah, the scene was way different. You know, right now, scenes everywhere are different in general. Like street riding is way different. It's like plaza riding now, you know, but
there's still real ones, but I think like the trend is fucking plaza riding. And actually, elaborate. What do you mean by plaza riding?
It's reasonable. You want to go sit around and figure out a spot for the day, or you want to pick your favorite park and go ride the park. Because the park's got everything you're going to go ride anyway.
You know what I think that is like you get enjoyment from the actual riding, so you just don't care where it is. Like, let's go ride the plaza. Versus, like, I personally, like, love the feeling of, like, finding the spot and getting the clip. So, like, it's a mission and you're not riding nearly as much, but you're doing it. And it's two separate things, you know? It's like, I want to go practice
it's culture
biking.
Versus
practice biking or make art.
Culture versus fucking whatever you want to call that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm big on the culture part. That's the only reason I'm here.
Yeah.
You know, like the trick stuff I just had to do because I you know, everybody's like, oh, who's this fucking big mouth? You know, like
I got to prove myself so I can
a
keep
little bit.
shit,
And still my whole life I was, you know, it's still like the outcast. I ride slow. I do, you know. So
no, but you're nice on it, dude. It's pretty awesome. I was rewatching your deadline part for one, and I was just like,
appreciate
it. Damn, because it's pretty fire.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. So, what was your first taste of like getting a sponsor or getting involved with like the industry side of it?
That's a controversial thing because I was thinking about this the other day too. Because I mean, I tell these stories all the time, but I was always very open with shit. So my mom like. Remember how I was saying you got to email and do whatever? You got to get a bunch of no's to even make you want to do anything. So my mom, we were big into Beanie Babies when I was a kid, you know? And we got all the rare Beanie Babies. Like, we would go to all the Mets and Yankees games to get she would always take a photo, email the fucking Beanie Baby magazine. I got a full-page spread of the Beanie Baby magazine.
Let's go.
You know what I'm saying? So then once I got into the BMX shit, I'm like, oh, I got all these emails. I just started emailing people.
Yeah, it's the same shit.
I think I got my first sponsor by not emailing nobody. I think it was Stolen Bike Car. I was the first person to like really ride for Stolen when they first acquired Stolen. Like they bought it off of somebody. Dave Wooten bought it. I think his wife was into BMX. Dave Wooten bought it, and then got into that. And then
when is this? When was Stolen?
It's probably like 16.
So
16.
What is that for you? That's 2003.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
20 years ago. So I got, and at that time, Inopia Footwear was going. Oh, that's how I got on Stolen, actually. So I probably messaged George Hornick from Inopia Footwear. You probably don't even know what Inopia.
I remember Inopia. I think I had some, actually, but I didn't know what they were. White and black monstrosities.
Those things were ugly. That was the second round. That's when I got it. That's when I got thrown in the mix, and I was like, damn, son, we got the, you know. But I didn't give a fuck because I'm like, yo, whatever. So I got in with George Hornick, God bless his soul, and then he was getting he was about to get distributed by Stolen Greasy Comb Distribution. That's what they were calling it. And George Hornig was like, I got the perfect kid for you. But I wasn't the perfect kid because me and Dave wanted somebody to just be like, oh, I'm going to go ride. No, I would fight with him every month about, I need to get paid. Like, I need to do, I was a pain in the ass, bro. My mom was like, what do you mean you're pro? Yeah. Like, you're not making a cent. Like, so, but yeah, that was my first, like, real hookup. But then I was notorious. Like, I'll email Kink, I'll email Hoffman, and I'll say, hey, I'm trying to ride for Hoffman, and send it to Kink. Like, and then be like, yo, you should probably email Hoffman. Like, you know what I mean? And at the time, reading
just
that
copy
email.
Copy, paste.
Yes, but I also had a resume with, like, all the shit, you know? So at the time, you wake up to that email saying, oh, fuck, J-Ro fucking is trying to, he's, like, trying to clown me. But then it's like, who the fuck cares about fucking J-Ro? Go sit in your fucking office. Like, you know what I mean? I don't give a fuck, bro. Like, so you got to take those L's sometimes. But I was always very, like, I started the Osiris BMX program just by cold.
I was listening to your Gully booth. We should talk about that. First of all, I love J-Ro, so shout out J-Ro.
Yeah, no, that was nothing against J-Ro.
I know.
At the time,
in general, you can't be afraid of no's, you know?
At the time, though, J-Ro definitely sent me the email saying, like, I forget what he said, but he definitely was talking down to me. It was like, yo, J-Ro, I'll punch you in your face. Like, what did you talk about?
Didn't you fuck up and put Hoffman in the kinky?
Who cares? It don't matter. It's just like, yo, you're not, it don't matter. Like, you ain't talking down to me. I'll punch you in your face. So it is what it is. You just learn that, like, all these fucking losers, they're going to read it. They're going to try to make it. It ain't nothing. None of this shit means nothing.
That's true. And that's the mindset you have to have in business, which is pretty cool. I'm curious what those emails like looked like. You said you have a resume? I
probably have them like somewhere, but no, it was
like, hi,
like,
I'm Steve-O.
Yo,
here's my
hi, I'm Steve
accomplishments.
Croteau. I'm fucking 16 years old. You ain't got nobody from New York riding for you guys. I'll be the New York representative. I was on this magazine. This video's got this many views, because at that time I had Klugowitz uploading my videos to a server so that everybody on BMX
Midwest BMX? Yeah.
So that everybody could check that shit out.
Damn,
so,
pre-YouTube shit. It's wild. Yeah.
Always doing something, you know what I mean? So that was why I always...
That's admirable, dude.
I mean, look at what Scott was doing. That was... The way you were talking to Scott, that was Mando if you wanted to do something. You know what I mean? Like, you have to go make that video. You have to find a camera. You know, like, you have to make your dad that's never used a computer in his life figure out how to put a FireWire port in the computer for you.
Yeah.
I'll never forget watching my dad taking apart the computer and being like, what the fuck is this? What port goes where? Like, what? And I'm just like, Dad, aren't you supposed
You had him install a FireWire port? That's fire, dude.
Son. We had to go look for the FireWire. Nobody had it. And my dad had to figure out how to put that bitch in the computer.
That's wild.
My dad's a
I
construction worker.
Yeah.
My dad's a construction worker, yo. Yeah. God bless my fucking dad, for real.
That's great, man.
Yeah, so.
This episode is brought to you by Burn Slow. Burn Slow is a clothing and entertainment company founded in Austin, Texas by Aaron Ross, Adam Roy, Chase Hawk, Devin Hutchins, and Tina and Tom from Empire. They not only have the sickest designs on their clothes and beanies, but they also have some dope mixtapes on their website, which I just learned like an hour ago. But if you go browse on burnslow.co, you can find under media, videos, and audio, and they have like several long playlists with dope music that you can listen to. Moto Blanca collab they just did was pretty fire. And that's it. You should just go to burnslow.co. Thanks for supporting the show. That all rhymes so hard, dude. All right. Hey, man, it's 20 degrees out here. This episode is brought to you by Dancecomp. Dancecomp is the world's largest online BMX store. Dan's has fast shipping, great customer service, and a wide variety of anything you need related to BMX. They sponsor some of the best riders in the world, and they support my good friend Matt Ray, so that's bomb. Go to Dan's and buy yourself some Animal Edwin grips, V2. It's something I did 15 years ago, right from Dancecomp, and they're still going. They're the best grips ever. I like the Edwin grips. Okay, that's it. Back to the show. So the emails go out, I guess. Osiris. Let's talk about that.
That's later on.
Okay.
That's later on. But so with the email shit, I wound up writing for Stolen and Opie, all that shit. Then that shit, I rode that out for a couple years. Dave Wooten was a pain in my ass.
Real quick, let's hang out on this for a second because I want to know, like, back then, you're a flow kid for Osiris and Inopia. Like, what was it like?
Osiris is way deeper.
Okay, my bad. But Inopia and Stolen, sorry, not Osiris. But what was it like, that relationship with those companies, and what were you like expected to do?
AOL Instant Messenger.
Yeah.
I was on AOL Instant Messenger every day bothering Dave Wooten, being like, yo, what are we doing? I remember one time we had to shoot an ad. He sent down this mountain bike photographer. I almost killed him. I was like, yo, So that's when I started realizing I need my own photographer. I need my own film. Like, you know what I mean? Started putting the pieces together like, oh, okay, keep an eye out for talent, you know? So there was no
official agreement or anything.
Nobody asked. I wasn't getting paid. Who the fuck, you know what I mean? Like I wasn't getting paid. How could you ask somebody to do anything when realistically I'm doing everything because at that time Adam started to come up. I'm on the front page every day because it's just me and Adam talking to each other. Nobody fucked with Adam. I had to fucking bring him in the culture because he was notorious on BMX board for being a dickhead. So I'm like, oh, you bringing Adam out? Oh yeah, I can't wait, son. I can't wait. Like waiting for him to come out. I'm like, yo, chill. He's not even like that. You don't need to do that to him. Blah, blah. You know what I mean? Like chill. Like he's cool. He's just kind of a weirdo. You know what I mean? Like whatever. So
that's interesting as fuck. In the early days of the come up, I'm remembering that you posted on it.
I never posted.
You never posted.
I would just funnel everything to Adam, and then me and him, we would look through all the anonymous comments and pinpoint, like, say Jim Selinsky wrote a comment that was positive under his name, and then 2 comments down, there was a nasty fucking comment, and we checked the IP address from Jim Selinsky's IP address. So we're just like putting shit together, like no fucking way. And that's when we started realizing how small this shit really was.
Yeah.
And we're like, oh, okay, like,
dude, that's wild. You guys could trace the anonymous comments, dude. I had no clue.
Not all the time, but like if
when you
there was
wanted
a lot of times where people were self-conscious about like what they were commenting, so they'd leave a nasty comment and then leave a real comment underneath their fucking real name, like dope kids are trying this or something like that. And it's like, Adam,
who's this nasty one?
And he'd be like, yo, I swear it's Jim C. Like, I swear, like, look, you know, and he's just playing poker, but like looking at the fucking, you know, so that was a while. So he started to come up around then. And at that time, now I become friends with like Lino Gonzales. We become really close. And like I said, I was dating that girl in Connecticut. So I'm spending that time, a lot of time up in the Northeast. And I'm going to hang out with Lino like every weekend. And Lino really shaped me, my riding, and like really like
fuck yeah,
like
he's a little bit older than you.
Yeah, probably not even that
Same
much.
age?
Yeah, I mean maybe a couple of years, but Lino was really like I said, Edwin and them kind of picked on me.
Yeah,
my whole life, but Lino was like my reinforcement. Like, nah, son, the reason why they're picking on you is because you're a problem. Yeah, like you're keep being a problem. Like you know what I mean. But we're gonna tighten up what you're doing. You know,
dude.
And so
Lino's just had it since day one, huh?
Lino is a guru.
Yeah.
Like the fact that man never he used to not go on plane rides. Now he's flying them.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like Lino is unpredictable. Like Lino is like a man of his own world, but like Lino is the shit.
Yeah.
He's
the shit.
So around that time, he's kind of taking me under his wing. But not really. I always did my own shit. I always had like my little gang. Like I got Seeley coming down every weekend. I got all this shit going on, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, fucking, so I'm riding with Lino, and I'm going through the stolen shit, all this shit, blah, blah. He's like, the whole time, one of my first photos in a magazine, I actually had a 2-hip sticker and a stolen sticker, because I didn't know who I was going to ride for at the time. And Lino's like, just put both. See, you know what I mean? Just put both, you know? And I wound up going with stolen, because whatever, fucking, I don't know, I'm sure he emailed me back quicker or something like that. But then when that shit fell out, Lino, you know, he had me set up at 2-hip, and as soon as I got on 2-hip, I was able to get like my homies on from New York and be like, because that was always another thing for me. I always needed like a homie so I could travel with, because I knew Lino wasn't gonna fucking travel and do all that type of shit. So got on 2-hip, and that was more of an industry thing. That was more of like fighting with this fucking guy like for per diem money, because he's like, well, you only got 1 clip today. I should probably lower your per diem. And it's like, Ron, I will fucking kill you. But that's because he was going through. I will
fucking kill you.
But that's because he was going through the change. You know how we went through the change video parts to Instagram? He's going from, all I got to do is get you in ride, just sell my bikes, to now, what do we do? And I'm putting out web videos, not asking him for a dime under 2-hip. And
that's the most valuable thing.
He didn't realize how much that shit meant.
Yeah.
So it's like, it's just a whole big shit
Changes,
show.
dude. Yeah, that's wild.
But
Who'd you bring? You said you brought homies on a 2-hip?
Marlon Europe and Ramel Hoyle.
Dude, oh geez, dude, that's fucking awesome.
So Marlon's always been my right hand man. Like he's out here now. Like he lives out here now.
Hell yeah, what's he doing?
I think he does. What does he do? Construction, landscaping, construction. His girls pops has a company that he works with.
Good
but
for
he's
him.
still killing it.
I was always a big fan of Marlon. Man.
Marlon's a secret weapon.
Yeah,
Joey
he's
from
sick.
AMPM always makes fun of me for calling him a secret weapon, but he really is.
Yeah.
You know, like it's just hard to get it's hard to get people like him to like do shit though. You know, like because they go work, they forget about the shit sometimes. You gotta remind them like, yo, you nice. People remember you.
Yeah.
Like even he probably don't even know some kid from Arizona
Right.
knows him. You know what I mean? Like he's so far from the whole shit that he's just like, what? You mentioned my name.
He's our generation, dude. Everybody knows Marlon, dude.
That's what I'm saying. So immediately I got him on, and yeah, it was Too Hip was more like that's what I'm saying. I used to remember fighting with Ron W. because I would go shoot with Z, and he'd be like, "Fuck ride, they're not gonna fucking put you in there. You're not part of the cool group. You ride for Too Hip, blah blah." And then I would have a 2-page spread, and they'd be like, Ron, shut the fuck up. Like I'm trying, like
fucking kill you.
Literally, like I choked Ron Wilkerson in England.
Oh shit!
Yeah,
literally,
I got arrested in England on a 2-hip trip for stealing, and they let me out in Nottingham, fucking downtown Nottingham. Nobody was there to pick me up, and I fucking trooped it back to wherever we were staying. I don't even know how the fuck I found where we were staying. Walked in, he's laughing at me. I just fucking choked him. I was like, "I'll fucking kill you, dude."
Damn.
And he was off the trip the next day.
Damn.
Here's what it is.
Yeah, that's wild.
Crazy.
But
yeah, no, that was like my
2-hip.
first. That was like, but also I got so quote unquote a mentor, Lino. He's showing me like, now you got a photo in the magazine, you better ask for that money. And then I asked for that money, and the
what's
guys
that shit
gave me
called?
lip.
Contingency.
Photo contingency.
Yeah.
Animal used to have a big animal sticker that said obligatory photo contingency sticker or something like that, like
Nice.
underneath it. And Lino and all of them used to carry that shit in their wallet. Like right before they took a photo, they'd be like, "Yo, what side you gonna be on, Z?" Like you know.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hustle.
Yeah.
Fucking A. So then that's your first money in BMX, yeah? 2-hip?
This wasn't no money, but yeah, it was like
Some photo contingency.
A little bit,
Yeah.
what, $400 every fucking 6 months, you know what I
Right,
mean?
yeah,
like
yeah.
it is what it is, but
But it's still like,
that's where
I'm a pro now, you know?
that's where you gotta become like self-sufficient. So I was riding for tip through a bike shop, and I became good friends with everybody over there. I'm getting a new bike every month now. So every month I'm selling wheels, cranks. Yep. So now I got a $500 a month check, you know, so that you gotta make shit work. I mean,
the tale is old as time, dude. Sponsored BMX, sell some shit.
You don't sell the brand new shit. You gotta sell
Yeah.
the shit you just rode. That's the problem. That's where people get fucked up. They get lazy. They don't put
they
the
just
new
sell
shit
the
on.
new shit, yeah.
And that's where the problems arise, you know, because then,
Interesting, yeah.
and especially when OfferUp and Craigslist and all that, that's when people started getting caught, bro. Mm-hmm. That's when people started.
Yeah, back then, what was it?
Word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
Oh, you got Odyssey Race Forks for 40? I'll take them. Oh, you
Nice,
got Primo wheels? I'll take them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and I'll give away crackhead prices.
Yeah.
Wheel set for $100.
What's your like living situation at this time?
Bouncing around. Like my shit was probably at my family's house in Brooklyn, but I'd be staying like a week in Connecticut, go on a trip for a week, go to my parents for 2 days, go on a trip. Like I went on trips. We went on a mass transit trip to Miami, which is Lino's old company. It's in an old Shook video.
Mass transit?
Mass transit. And I remember going to Miami with $40 in my pocket for 3 weeks. I stole everything.
Damn, yeah.
Yeah, I stole everything. But that was just, it became a joke. Like Lino would be like, yo, grab me a pack of gummies. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
you just got to make shit happen.
I'm sponsored by 7-Eleven. Don't worry about it.
Bro, I used to steal wardrobes. Like, you know, oh, I need fresh teeth. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I used to do all that shit. I used to go on trips with people and go on the Wawa. There was one time, Garrett always brings this up. He's like, yo, one time I remember, because I used to walk in with Wawa bags. Just be like, all right, whatever. So I walk in with the empty bags, go straight to the tea fridge. And Garrett always like, yo, remember the time they were filling up the tea fridge and you were just taking them and putting them in your bag and walked out? Like, yeah, I remember that. You all had tea for like 2 days, you know? So that's how I like lived.
Bad. Don't steal.
No, don't steal. Definitely. I mean, right now, if you're gonna steal now. Fuck
Yeah,
it.
for real.
Hey,
Huh?
you can't
There's
get in trouble.
What do you got? $1,000 spending limit.
Bro,
to
you
go
could
steal.
probably steal from fucking a gallery and get away with it
It's
right
so
now.
fucking nuts, dude. How is it like that? Anyway,
They're trying to make the shit crumble. It is what it is.
they are trying to make the shit.
And
crumble.
they're like, oh, we need AI to that's
save
all.
us.
It's all
Yeah.
set up. It's
Yeah.
all set up.
I'm
That's
with
like,
you. Yeah.
That's like when I left a comment about the flat earth shit. That
Yeah.
don't mean I'm a flat earther, but you cannot believe what they teach you in school, bro.
Yeah.
You can't. So
Yeah.
that argument where as soon as you started laughing about shit, I kind of was like, all right, I gotta put Bobby on. Like,
send me some shit. You know?
No, not even that.
Yeah.
I don't care what you believe in, but there's got to be a reason why, since the day you were born, you see in that globe, and they're telling you it's a globe. You know what I mean? And why the guy who invented NASA? What's on his tombstone? The flat Earth Bible verse.
Interesting. I didn't know that. What does it say? The flat Earth. What's the flat Earth Bible verse?
It's just about the firmament, how God split the waters,
Oh,
and
yeah,
how we
yeah,
have a
yeah.
firmament around
Yeah.
us. Which I don't know what I
That's
believe.
the original flat earther is the fucking Bible, dude.
It's the only one.
Yeah.
The other shit, us on a disc, there's no space. I mean, if you either believe in one or the other.
Right.
So when people talk about flat Earth, but they're like, oh, we're flying through space, you're confused. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to be one or the other.
Right.
Like, you got to figure it out.
You're
like,
either in a
God
magical-
made you or you're
yeah.
a nobody. It's
Yeah.
one or the other. That's what they're really teaching you. That globe shit is to teach you you're a nobody. You're just a speck.
Interesting.
You're just a speck on this earth, and you're lucky to be here, and you can never get off.
What's this? Grab the mic, Ryder.
Oh, yeah. Here you go.
Or no, the other one. I set one up for you.
Warner von Braun's gravestone, the heavens declare the glory of God, and the firmament soweth his handiwork.
Soweth his handiwork.
That's the only answer when people talk to me about conspiracy flat Earth. I'm like, yo, the guy who fucking went so hard for NASA, had you guys doing moon landings, all this shit.
That is
guess what his
interesting.
Bible? Guess what's on his tombstone?
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm just
Nazis.
saying, if there's anything that can make you look into it, it's that right there.
Yeah,
you know what
that
I mean?
is
Like,
interesting.
and that's why I said with the catfish shit, because he was the first person I asked once I started getting into conspiracies and shit.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, send me some shit on the flat Earth. He sent me a couple things. I'm like, you love just the reaction you get.
Yeah, he
That's
does.
all he cares
100%.
about. He don't
Yeah.
care about
Yeah.
nothing else. He
Yep.
just loves getting a reaction, and as long as he gets a reaction, he won.
Yeah.
You know? So
We
that's
did. He was at Kaczynski's wedding. I got to film that in Phoenix, and I'm talking to Catfish outside smoking a cig, and I don't know how it came up, but Flat Earth came up, and I was like, dude, we live, it's round, it's fine. And he's like, how do you know? And then went on this tangent to like,
I know, you
how
said
do you
the-
know the sky is blue, dude? I'm like,
Well,
what?
if he split
What are you
the
doing?
waters,
Yeah.
if he split the waters,
I don't know, man. It's a fucking.
why does every Elon rocket skim the surface?
Oh, because I know the answer to that one.
No,
I don't,
you
I don't know how. I don't know how
How
I
do
can
you know
recite
you're
it.
a rocket scientist? You
I know
don't.
the,
You don't
I know the sky is
You
blue.
don't
I know
even
the
know how to
earth is
promote
round.
the fucking platform that you're on right now. So chill. You know what I mean? That's all I'm trying to say. Is
Yeah.
like, we don't know this shit. It don't matter. We'll never find out.
Sure.
So
All right, I'll roll with you on that. I've heard a very solid explanation for why rockets
science
take off
made
like
you
that.
get a COVID fucking shot.
Not me.
Well, I'm just saying,
Yeah.
if you want to talk to me about science, I don't believe none of this
Science
shit.
can be a religion. Like
It
I
is.
trust
What
the
do you
science,
mean?
you know? Yeah.
Scientology buildings
Well,
everywhere.
no, the nature of like
I
proper
know.
science is
I'm
questioning.
trying to be funny, but it's just ask these guys. I'm not crazy into one way or the other.
Yeah.
I just don't believe anything they're pushing down our throat. Something's up.
Something's
up.
I
Something's
agree.
up. Like if the globe is in the
100%.
beginning of every fucking movie, but then in the movie they break through the firmament. Come on, son. Something's going on.
Yeah.
Every commercial they break through the firmament.
I think I agree with like the harder they push something, it's like I don't know about
Bro.
that. What do you think the next one is?
What do you mean?
What's our
the
next
alien shit?
What's our next COVID?
What do you mean? The alien shit. They're gonna be doing fucking. They're gonna be blowing shit up and saying it's aliens, and then they're gonna be projecting little fucking aliens on the ground for you guys. But whatever. I really don't want this to be a conspiracy
yeah.
podcast.
God, it would be so much more fun though. Just
No,
kidding.
yeah, it's just that people are so like that's why I even said something about the flat Earth because of the way you reacted on the other podcast where you're like, no, it's this.
Immediately,
it's like,
no.
yo, chill, relax. You don't know.
I like that outlook.
You know, like
You can't really be certain about anything.
We'll never know. That's another thing. Even when they fucking come out and tell you, they tell you in such a weird way that it's like, maybe now I kind of believe it's round. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Maybe now I do believe I'm a speck of dirt in space. That doesn't mean shit.
Yeah.
Nah, doesn't work like that, bro. Doesn't work like that.
Where were we before Flat Earth?
Too hip.
Too hip. All right. Tell
There's
me
not-
more.
I mean, there's
What's
really
after that? And how old are we at this point?
at this point I'm doing like Nation BMX. I heard you say that you kind of knew about that.
Yeah.
So I was like quote unquote TM for that. So
Oh.
like I was putting together those trips and like trying to build up that shit. We were kind of like the East Coast Empire. Not really. Empire was like unbelievable compared to us, but like from an
something.
outside looking in, that's what we were getting compared to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But
So that reminds me of like Garrett and
Exactly.
JJ.
no,
Was JJ on a nation trip?
no.
Garrett?
Jake Seeley, Chase
Yeah,
Diehard,
Garrett
Ben
and Seeley.
Hiddle.
Yeah.
We had Eric Holly on for a long time. We had Tony Hamlin on for a long time.
What was it like back then with those fucking superstars? Like, what was Garrett like? What's Chase D like back in the day? Like,
Garrett, I met at I was on Stolen, and we were at Ohio Chenga contest maybe, and Garrett used to. I mean, he still is friends with this kid, Corey Azraf. And they were just two little shithead kids looking for trouble, and I always was getting into fights. So they saw me in the parking lot. I think I was with like Ryan Howard and like all these dudes at the time, and they walked up. They're like, "Yo, Steve-O from Shook, what's up?" And I'm like, "Oh shit, what's up, yo?" Like whatever, and we're talking shit. I think Garrett, I had no money, and Garrett was like, "What? You can't go eat?" And he like gave me his last $10 out of his pocket and was like, "Go get Burger King, dude." And I was like, "I'll take your $10, fuck it." And we like became friends. Like we joked around, like. We were hanging out that night, whatever, and his dad was always really cool. So Rich fucking was like, "Let's go hang out with Stevie-O from Snook," like like. So I met him.
Stevie-O from Snook.
Oh, dude, it was a shit show because we were the young ones. So then Seeley would come in, and then we had Corrali. Corrali used to fucking get all butthurt because he was the
baby Corrali, dude. That's wild.
Baby Corrali was a nightmare to deal with.
I'm sure he might
I love
say
him
the
to
same,
death
you know?
now,
I think he'd say
but
that.
little brat Corrali was insane because he was the center of everything. But now he's like I'm Garrett's friend. It's like no, dude. We're all shitting on you right now. So, but yeah, so I met him there, and then pretty much after that, I was just always linking everybody up. Like Seeley, I think I met Seeley there too, and I was like, "Yo, if you ever want to come to New York, you can come to my house. I don't care." And then his grandparents like drove him down on Friday, 4.5 hours to my house, dropped him off. Then they drove back to Massachusetts, picked him back up on Sunday, and that became like a weekly thing. Then Garrett would come down. I just always had like.
Is this before Seeley's death grip thing? Like this is before
Oh yeah,
Seeley got big?
Seeley didn't ride street till he met me.
Nice.
Like literally, I made him put on a peg and he fucking Smith 180 up a handrail.
Hell yeah.
Like yeah,
dude.
first thing.
Yeah.
But
that is wild. Thank you for your contribution, giving Jake
I think
Seeley
he was
a
always
peg.
on and off, but I was just like, bro, you
That's
came here with no pegs? What are you fucking high? Like, so and yeah, he did that shit. Jake is the man. But yeah, I always had like the weird. That's why I was saying the base Brooklyn, Miracle Boy Nyquist, and the Rye Parts is like a culmination of my life because I love New York and the street aspect of it so much. But I never really had like Black Man was the closest thing to my crew. You know, Black Man was always in my crew. Nigel would sprinkle in and out. But I always, if I was rolling around New York, I'd be like, why is Hoder, Seeley, and Garrett, who are these? Why is Nair with you? Like, why, you know, I always had like a
eclectic mix.
yeah, like
know?
the misfits kind of almost, you know, but also
yeah.
like, what the fuck is, why are you the hub? Like, you know, so, but it was because I was texting everybody.
Yeah.
Like, yo, what's up?
Because you're loud online. You
Exactly.
know? That's what it is.
Exactly.
And you're a connector, and I can see that. And it's bomb. We need connectors in this world, you know?
Well, yeah, so fucking, we were all, I'm starting to build that little fucking thing up. So now we used to do Christmas trips because the only time I had money was around Christmas time for my family and shit. So fucking, like, we all have money. Let's all go somewhere. So we used to band together and fucking jump in someone, like, it was usually Seeley's whip. Like, Seeley would get like 10 of us in, and like me and Garrett would bring a portable DVD player, and then like, oh, Ride, this came out. You got $10? I got $10. Let's buy the DVD.
Hell
like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Shit like that. So we're doing shit. We're filming. I'm filming my own. I'm out every day. Pretty
When
much.
do you start filming? Like, you said you're filming.
I've always been filming.
Being filmed, or like you have a camera?
Both.
You started.
I knew that I needed a camera from the day that I like
What was your first camera?
some
I
Sony
guess,
TRV.
Yeah. Oh yeah, TRV, dude.
But not like a 900. It was like a
Still.
TRV like 27 or something like that.
Like a mom cam type
Yeah,
of thing?
I'm sure.
Yeah.
Like
Mine too. It's fucking.
That's why I was saying with Scott's thing, I can't believe how much he remembers because
Right?
it's like. But then again, he's such an airhead with everything else that it makes sense, you know. Like, so fucking, he can remember the Sony TRV 27. He's JP from fucking Grandma's Boy.
Yeah.
I know my cameras, like, you know, like, but. So yeah, I was always filming people and always like passing the camera off, whatever, because I had to make sponsoring tapes. I had to show people what's going on. I had to be on the forums. I always was uploading videos on forums, you know. But pretty much, yeah, just developing the network and just like riding New York all the time. The Banks was like unbelievable at that time, like finding spots and like just.
You see anything iconic go down in person at the Banks where it's like, I got to see that? Hoder's 3?
Yeah, I set that up.
Fuck yeah.
Are you kidding me?
You set the 3 up?
Are you
Let's
joking?
go.
He wanted to do it. I didn't say, Hoder, you should 3 it, but
Yeah.
I had to hit up Delecky. I had to make sure fucking we had the film a filmer. It's Jeff Martin, the guy from Connecticut.
Shark.
Shark Attack,
Yeah.
Shark Martin. He was there at my house. So we all woke up late, and Hoder's like 8 a.m. like ready to go. He's like, I gotta go meet Delecky. I'm like, go. We'll meet you there. So he had to wait for us to get to the banks at like 10 or 11 to do the 3.
Yeah.
And then he did the 3 like first. Like I'm in the background screaming in a green shirt going, ah, like, you know what I mean? Like, I can't
dude.
believe this.
That
you
is
know?
crazy, dude.
But-
That's one.
Remember, as I was telling you before, he did what he was supposed to do.
Yeah.
It wasn't surprising.
Yeah.
Like-
Well, tell me again what you told me before.
They told me about the ender, right? Is it the ender of King 30? And so far, everybody's been disappointed in my reaction because I'm like, yeah, he did what he was supposed to do. Nathan is supposed to do that. Nobody else is supposed to do that. You know
Which
what
is
I'm
an
saying?
interesting take, yeah. It's like,
I
that's
mean-
your job. Push the boundaries.
And don't take that the wrong way. Like,
Right.
that's not underwhelming. It's just like, oh, word, sick, mark it off. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I have a checklist for everyone, you know,
Yeah.
where it's like, oh, cool, it's still going. You
Good,
know, like,
yeah.
that's, I don't know.
So same thing with Hoder of just like, good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's, like, we didn't, that wasn't the end of the day. Now it's noon. Now we have to go film the rest
Right.
of the day.
Yeah.
I think Hoder did like 10 other things that day.
Fuck
You know what I
yeah.
mean? Like, Hoder was on such a crazy spree when he would stay at my house.
Yeah.
Because he didn't have,
That's peak Hoder. Maybe not peak, but
it was
fucking
peak Hoder.
prime
I mean,
Hoder, dude.
right now it might be peak Hoder.
Yeah.
Like, really, like, Hoder is the best he's ever been, really,
Yeah.
like, dial-wise, but, like, he's not proving a point anymore.
Right.
He was trying
There's
to prove a
something
point.
different about like you're young and you're hungry.
He's
and
trying to prove a
proving
point.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, not everybody has that Augie Simoncini in them all the time.
Yeah.
You know, so
What do you mean by that? I kind of know with Augie, but
Augie can't go out without like looking like he's gonna fucking terrorize something. Like Augie can't have his chill day.
he's a killer.
He's a killer.
Yeah.
But that comes from him like going to Lakewood, having a Scotty's Park, only having an hour to ride, getting out all your shit, and then going the fuck home, and being like, I rode.
Yeah. What a wild way to like.
Oh my God.
That's your riding life of just like, let's go, and then you're done. And
Me
you
and
chill.
Garrett
Dude,
would
I
be at
love that.
Lakewood for fucking 6 hours, hoping I don't get into a fight and arrested.
Yeah.
You know, like I'd be like, oh, Augie's here. He flipped with the spine. He's 720 dad. He fucking did that. Oh, he's
Damn.
going home already. All right, we'll meet you there.
So he's got a park background. Like,
Augie?
yeah, dude. I don't know much about Augie, dude.
Oh my gosh, should have took Augie. Damn it. I wish I would have texted you more. I'm sorry. I was a little nervous coming on, but Augie, yeah, Augie, he's gonna fucking hate me. But Augie is park.
Well, it makes
Now
sense.
he's
His
street.
bike control is fucking phenomenal.
Now he's like, he can get away with, everyone's a street rider, you know?
Right.
But like Augie, I knew Augie before I knew of really anyone because Augie had these fucking ramps in the woods in Staten Island behind his grandparents' house that was like in the magazines, but you didn't know if you needed an invite. You didn't know where the
secret spot.
pin was. It was so weird. And I had my friend's parents drop us off at the woods one day being like, we're going to go look in these woods and see if we can fucking find this mini ramp. And sure enough, we found a fucking 15-foot vert wall, a mini ramp spine, the best box jump ever. And it was Augie's. And Augie showed up in his baseball uniform one day after a fucking baseball game, came, probably threed the box, Superman the spine, foot jammed this, and then went home.
That's
like, you know what I
wild,
mean? And
dude,
like,
yeah.
and that's just
What
like,
a fucking legend, dude.
oh,
That
Augie
is crazy.
if you have to look up to, and if you have a close friend like Augie, you are a very lucky person.
Fuck yeah.
Because Augie is, yes, he's the man, but he's also very like, if he has to be up at 5 a.m., doesn't matter what time he's going to sleep, he'll be up at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
You know, like,
He seems like a stand-up dude. Like, gets his shit
we
done.
all got our shit, but like,
Right.
Augie is very like, he don't play no fucking games.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
I'll be late like 30 minutes to a meeting and be like, what? I'm the talent. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
whatever. Like, you're waiting on my answer.
Yeah.
Like, sorry. Like, oh, well. he don't play that shit.
He's
Only
punctual.
with me. Like,
Yeah.
he'll fucking be like, nah, I know how you are. I rolled the spliff. It's cool. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, whatever. But
Don't bring weed. You got any weed?
exactly.
Yeah.
But that type of relationship, I think only me and him have with each other, you know?
That's
like,
bomb.
filming Augie, I'm glad he got out of this, but for a long time towards the end of deadline, when he was, like, really doing his street shit, I mean, he still is. He still goes crazy. But, I mean, like, when he was like, oh, I got to prove myself that I'm a street rider type shit, he would get to the top of the stairs, look at me, and I would just have to know to fucking pull out the camera. And then hopefully Garrett saw me pull out the camera, and hopefully Tony fucking maybe heard me say, Tony, come on.
Yeah.
You know, like, and that's how it would get done. And then after the first try, and then everybody's set up, you
Yeah.
know? But it was always like, I got to fucking pay attention to Augie. What's he looking at?
Yeah,
What's he looking
keep
at?
your eye on him,
Oh,
you
he
know?
looked at me. I'm just going to pull the fucking camera out.
Yeah.
Like,
oh,
you
fuck,
know?
it's on.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah.
So,
I filmed some people like that. It's a fucking special, dude. It's 'cause
It's special,
such a
but it's
mindset
also
thing.
like I want to punch you in the face because I could.
Why don't you give me a heads up, man?
Yeah, because I could have fucked that one up.
Yeah.
Like, imagine I was looking at my phone.
Yep.
You know, but also you gotta, you know, he's smart enough to fucking.
Yeah.
Like, oh, he's
You
looking
at least
the
make
phone.
the eye contact. You know, he's not just blindly sending it.
Yeah, but Augie's got a fucking like. You could look up Augie Felt Bico.
Yeah. Shit.
There's a Power Hour video out there where he's just fucking killing him.
I might just do that.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
phenomenal.
That's great.
It's phenomenal. But Augie is like, yeah, he's one of the best bike riders.
Fuck yeah.
Like, that's why he goes out with Calvin and Nathan and all.
Yeah.
That. Like, he comes out with us. It ain't the same though. Like, he's coming out when he's like, all right, I'm not really feeling going too crazy, you know, like whatever.
I guess
but
I'll
then
come
he gets,
hang out.
But then he gets annoyed with himself. He's like, I gotta go. Like, you know, like I gotta get out of here. But he tries.
That's interesting. I love it. So we're at your eclectic mix. I wanted to ask one more memory that you have from the Brooklyn Banks in person that I've never even been there, but like I kind of
Brooklyn
geek
Banks
out on
jams.
Brooklyn Banks shit.
Brooklyn Banks jams. Kids used to sleep at the banks the night before so that they fucking didn't miss it the next day.
Wow.
Kids that lived in the city
Yeah.
would sleep
They're
at the
just gonna
banks.
do a sleepover.
They were party at the banks. The bank shit was like, that's a point in time you'll never get to relive. And I could only imagine it from like Edwin and Tyrone's side of things because they had it older. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they got to like really like, you know, like I'm a kid just being like, dude, I'm down whipping every fucking 10 minutes. I don't give a fuck. Like they're kicking back, getting high, fucking laughing, doing all this shit. So I miss
Just
that.
watching it blow up, like that's incredible.
But
to
like
see.
setting the tone because they're the only ones really filming anything that's getting seen on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like kids, they can sit there all day and see some kid do sprocket bar on the side of the wall. Not saying that's how they went down, but
Yeah.
Tyrone could see somebody else do it and be like,
I might do that.
that'll fit on my timeline.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they're that good,
Yeah.
you know? So they had I could only imagine their perspective on the banks.
Yeah,
He might
I
be
bet.
like, fucking when Steve-O came around, it was annoying. He brought all these outsiders, they took it over, you know, like,
Yeah.
because that was a big problem actually. That's what they used to get annoyed with me. I used to bring like a Nair to the rail that is supposed to be secret. It's like, yo, you weren't gonna hanger it.
Yeah.
I want to see it get hangered,
Yeah.
you know? So I remember Tyrone not pressing me, but coming up to me at Road Fools 14 being like, yeah, you know, we had to come out and show them around because we knew you were going to bring them around. So, you know, and I was just like, what?
That's a polarizing topic, I think. Like taking people to spots that the locals only know about. Versus,
That was the only point in time, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not a thing anymore.
Yeah.
There's no real rules anymore.
right. I agree.
There's no real rules. Like
Yep.
like Ethan said, Ethan busted through the rules.
Yes.
And
Yeah.
Ethan's the one who Ethan and his crew taught me about trolling. Like I would not be able to deal with like bad comments and like dealing with the internet if it wasn't for them.
Hell
Because
yeah.
I used to be like, yo, I'm gonna pull up to your fucking house and smack you.
Yeah, I'll
and
fucking kill you,
And
Ron.
Sauce would be like, do it, I'll call the cops. And I'd be like, what do I say here? Like, like, oh fuck, you know? And then they were all gang up on me. And I was like, well, I actually like Ethan. Like, I
Yeah.
guess the rest of them ain't that bad. Like, you know, like so Ethan and them, I think definitely I hated that they brought back like the corny pull-up bars and all that gay shit, but like at the same time, it's like you gotta commend them. They fucking busted through, bro.
Pull up bars, man. That
They
was
busted
that was
through.
a thing. They
You
sure
don't-
did.
you remember when they all had
They
helmets?
Kool-Aid man the fucking industry.
They all had helmets. Nobody said a word.
Yep.
You know,
They're that good. You know.
that's what I'm saying. So it's like they also got away with being the kids for like 15 years. they were kids for a long time.
25 years old. I'm just a kid.
That's why when you asked Ethan how old he was, I was like, whoa, I forgot. Like,
Yeah,
you
right?
know, like it's
Babies.
fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have an eclectic mix. Then what? I guess just we're doing cliff notes, baby.
I know this is
I'm loving it. This is interesting as shit.
I feel like I'm pummeling through shit. Like there's
there's
much
so many
shit.
stories in every single.
I feel
moment.
really bad right now. So what? Nation. Yeah, we pretty much have like
Yeah, like even if we stopped
so the
right
come
there,
up,
you
I
have a
guess the
crazy
come up
life.
comes around there. So then the come up starts. Adam moves into the city. He becomes friends with me.
And how do you know this? You just become friends online because
Yeah.
of the forums and Adam's
That and-
posting like, "Hey, I made this BMX blog."
Well, I mean, it was I don't know exactly, but I was very like the only homie.
Yeah.
So I'm like getting the text messages like, yo, about to buy this domain. What do you think? Blah, blah. And he called to come up the come up because of me, because I got, this is all very vague, but Ed Polio at an Animal Bikes premiere, like very important night, got on stage and was like, can everybody give everyone a fuck Steve-O? And everybody jumped up, even me. I was like, fuck Steve-O. But I was really embarrassed, but at the same time, and at the time I'm like 17 or something, and I'm sitting next to Adam. He's like, oh, I can't believe that just happened. I'm like, they just mad I came up. They just mad I came up. And I'm just sitting there, they just mad I just trying to make myself feel better, you know? Like, but that's where that came from. You know? So, but yeah, I was like, so that's all happening. And yeah, we just, from there, it's like, okay, well, now we're going to start just filming and making little come-up mixes and, like, all this type of shit. We have somewhere to post. And, like, we become, you know, it's just into that era.
Yeah.
And then into that era, fucking, you know, we got Seeley, Muffin Man, fucking Spam, fucking all this shit. And then me and Adam have a fallout. And then, because I invited these guys on a trip to Miami. Like I said, I've always invited everybody on shit without asking. So Lino and them were like, yo, we're going to Miami. We used to go to Miami once a year. So we're like, all right, we're driving to Miami. I'm setting up the trip. And I'm like, yo, you guys can follow along, like in the car. But I forgot how hated Adam was, you know? And I'm like, I don't really put it all together because I've always been like, nah, chill, you know? Like, I always was able to, like, fix shit. But Delecky and Lino were not they're like,
Why the rest fuck of those, did you bring Adam, dude?
Well, he wasn't even there yet. They were just like, I cannot, no.
At the thought of him.
Yeah, they were like, no, like it's not happening. Like, no. So then now I got a bunch of my homies in a car going to fucking Florida being like, the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
And you know how you talk shit to your friends, like say I'm with Spam, I'm like, yo, fucking Adam's an idiot. Like, you know, like this and that. Now all of a sudden those jokes become real because they're all in a car together. And I just have a little falling out. You know what I mean? It's like now they're all anti-fucking Steve-O, blah, 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 blah.
Fuck Steve-O.
Exactly. It's like, all right, cool. So that happens. And then I moved to California because of an ex. I get arrested over an ex. I do 3 months in jail. And I get out and I try to 3 El Toro.
I remember that.
That was also like a very like, oh, everyone's talking shit about me for 3 months.
Yeah.
Z, we're going to El Toro.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Like, we're going to El Toro, and I think I took Aaron Bostrom, Alfredo Mancuso, Jeff Zielinski, Dave from fucking fuck. I'm an asshole for not remembering his last name. Dave Jacobs. Dave Jacobs from My Creation. We all go down there. I'm feeling it out. I've done big threes before. It wasn't like I just randomly was like, I'm going to 3 El Toro. But I'm pedaling at it, and Alfredo's in the top corner, and he goes, give it like 2 good pedals more. And I'm like, I don't know why I listened to him. I'm like, all right, word. Did that shit, fucking get knocked out.
You ended up doing a 450 or?
I got knocked the fuck out pretty much, but not really. Like all the exposure went like white, and then I'm like, oh shit. And then like I went to the hospital, and they were like, you didn't fall down 20 stairs, and nothing happened.
They're like, walk it off, pussy.
Well, yeah, pretty much. And I put it, that was it. And so then that happens, and then this is where the Osiris thing. Actually, I was on Osiris before that. So before I went to jail, I had hit up Osiris because, like I said, I always sending emails, blah blah blah. And this guy William Prokop, fucking, I think he was CMO or something, emailed me back and was like, I'm interested. Like what? Like let's give you some shoes, you know. And I was getting shoes for like.
Damn, I want to see that email, dude. Like
it's probably literally
money
because we used to get so much views off the come up that like if I posted a fucking video, I'm getting 70,000 views.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So that, like
numbers,
I knew the numbers meant shit.
Oh yeah.
Other people in BMX just took it for granted. I made a conformed list and be like, no, dude,
look at this,
millions of views.
Legit.
You know. So this guy was early on it, and he was like, all right, what the fuck? You're kind of crazy, but I'll give you some shoes. Yeah. So he started giving me some shoes. And then when me and Adam had that crazy falling out, Weasley ass fucking Kyle Carlson. We're cool, Kyle, but you're a weasel. So fucking, he's being best friends with me. He's like, yeah, that fucking Adam 22 guy, huh? Yeah, he's the worst, huh? You know, like, because he knows I got a position at Osiris, you know? And I don't want to be a 20-year-old team
he ended
manager.
up getting involved, huh?
I'm telling you the story.
Yeah,
you know?
I'm sorry.
Yeah, good recollection. This guy's smart. Earth is round. So So he's all buddy. He's like, yeah, man, that fucking Adam guy, man, he's a piece of shit. He's real. I'm like, you know, like, fuck him, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, fuck him. You know, and I got nobody at this time to really, like, talk shit about him, too, because now everybody's, like, anti-me, but I'm still, like, doing my shit. And he's just, like, buddying. And I'm like, you know what? Kyle would be a great TM. He's already a fucking loser. Let's put him in there. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't want to fucking be the loser that's 20 years old fucking answering fucking people for their sizes.
They wanted you to TM?
Yeah. And I was just
shit.
like, I'm not trying to be the fucking guy getting people's sizes. Like, I am a rider.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. Which I probably should have just did it, but, like, whatever. In hindsight, it's so much better the way it worked out. But, so, yeah, I'm like, yeah, give Kyle the fucking job, you know? Give him the job. William's like, perfect. This is awesome.
Yeah.
You know? Month later.
Vital's a thing at this point, too, right?
Month later, everybody's getting their pro contracts. How am I on flow? I'm like, yo, son. He's like, you know, you have a really bad rep with Adam, and Adam's one of our main.
Oh.
I was like, I hope somebody poisons you. Like, you know what I mean? Like, at the time, I really did be like, okay, I hope you have a fucking heart attack. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But not really. Knock on wood.
Of course.
But yeah, he was just a little weasel move, BMX shit, life shit, actually. There's more life than BMX.
Yeah.
But he got the job, and then eventually, like, he was like, you're no longer part of the program. But then William's like, you can come in whenever you want. And I'm going straight to the owner's office. I'm like, I'm opening the locker for the samples. Like,
Yeah.
I
You're
have
the founder
free reign.
of the program.
I have
know?
free reign, but it's really nothing because now Devin Smiley's getting $1,500 a month. Boy's getting fucking. I'm with Boy every weekend because he's the only one open arms taking me in at the time. Boy, Dakota Roche, all them. And
Shout out Boy, dude. Fucking
Boy
A.
is
It's the shit.
my second. Boy was my second lifeline. Like, Adam really put a hurting on me in jail. Like, you know what I mean? Like, making blogs up, photoshopping the girl's eyes black. You know what I mean? Like, all this shit. He was,
I remember this.
he was good at. That's when I realized
This
you're
is like
fucking
06,
with a
07,
dweeb,
08
bro.
-ish?
It was like my mom wanted to put a hit out on this guy.
Damn.
Like, you know what I mean? And it was just like, and I'm just sitting in jail, being like, "What do I do? Do I fucking put a hit out on him? Like, what? You know, like,
What's
what
the
fuck?
real story? Tell me right from the chicken's mouth. What the fuck is the phrase? Horse's mouth?
For what?
For
About-
why you went to jail?
Oh, it was the domestic violence. I mean, I don't even like talking about this, but I'm open about it because it was domestic violence. I moved out here from Brooklyn, New York. I'm sitting in a fucking apartment that I'm living in with 3 girls, right? I'm editing a PeepGame video because the name PeepGame has always been what I use for mix edits, and I don't have a job. I'm just trying to make myself work. So it's like 2 a.m. Girl's leaving the apartment. She's like, oh, I'm going to get in and out. And I'm like, I don't think nothing of it. I always give everyone the benefit of the doubt. The roommate comes downstairs like, you're going to go let her go see that guy at 2 a.m.? And I was like, huh, what? And I jump out, and I start screaming at her. I'm in Irvine, California. I don't think nothing. I'm a week here from Brooklyn, New York. So I start screaming at her, get the fuck inside, you fucking bitch. You can make me come out here, blah. You know, this is fucking, how many years? 16 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm screaming at her. But I'm not thinking anybody's even paying attention because in Brooklyn, they ain't ever going to.
Right, yeah.
Nobody's going to bat an eye.
business,
Like,
yeah.
this guy's just fucking crazy,
But
whatever.
here's different. Yeah.
Irvine, the calls coming in is like, we got a hostile takeover going on, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Bickering in the parking lot. I grab her by the back of the neck. I bring her inside. By then, it's like, oh, I'm going home now. We're not even arguing anymore. A little bit of crying here and there. Cops knock on the door. I said, come in, like an asshole. I didn't even think twice about it. As soon as they come in, they put me in cuffs.
Yikes.
And then as soon as you're in jail because of fucking domestic violence, someone's got to get arrested. Someone's got to get pursued. It is what it is. You live and learn. But the girl wound up having to take, like, self-defense classes just so she could come see me in jail every week. You know what I mean?
Whoa,
Like,
yeah.
she had to put money on my books. But then this girl was nuts because she's texting. She had Adam in my apartment while
you were in there.
Yeah, son. You know what I
Wild.
mean?
Yeah.
So it was I learned a lot of life lessons within 3 months.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like for real. Like,
Shit.
so yeah, I went through that. So
That's heavy shit. Yeah.
it is heavy. It is heavy. And I've never
Thank
put
you
that
for
out
sharing.
publicly,
Yeah.
but I'm really not embarrassed about the shit because I was in there, bro. I was in there for 3 months because they tried the way the system does it. You go to court, they go, you can get out tonight with a felony. Or you
Ooh,
can,
yeah.
or you could
Just
go back
confess.
in and come back. No, it's not confess. It's taking the deal because it looks better on their end. You know, if you
Right.
just take the deal, whatever. And I was ready to do it. I'm like, I need to get out. I'm not, and I'm not really. I'm like, I'm not one of those guys. I'll never get a felony again. Blah blah blah. Everyone's yelling at me. Can't take it. So I'm like, I go back in the cell next time. All right, well, we'll give you this amount of time with a misdemeanor, or you can get out tonight with a felony. They kept doing that. So finally, I took like 3 months with a misdemeanor. Got out how to do anger management class. 52 weeks of that. Then you get stuck on probation. And most of the time, when you get stuck on all that shit, most people don't finish probation. You get in trouble while you're on probation and you violate, you go back and cycle.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here, bro. I ain't one of them.
Yeah.
So it's like, I learned a lot, bro. I really did. I learned a lot. Like, no matter what, like right now I can say to the youth, don't go through your girl's phone. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
It's not worth it, bro. Like no matter
on
what,
that team for
because
sure.
if you're looking through it, you're going to find some and you don't know how you're going to handle that shit, bro. And it's really not, that's, with the anger management and the domestic violence shit, that's the one thing they drill in your head. So what if she went to go see another dude? It's not your business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like at that point, it's done, bro. Like
Yeah.
and that's what I really learned from that shit. It's like you can't control that situation. You tried to control it. Look where you ended up.
Right.
So it's the same thing as flat Earth and the round Earth. Who cares? We'll never find out. So why argue with the next man over it?
No good comes from it, dude. Yeah, I've been
Politics,
there.
all
I
that
learned
shit.
from
So-
doing it. It's like checking somebody's phone is just that's a
there's
no-go.
no point. I've been with my
Yeah.
girl currently for 10 years. I don't think bro, the only reason I got a passcode on my phone is because the last one, I was like, why do I need a passcode? Then I got into a fight with somebody. The shit dropped out my pocket.
Oh,
They
yeah.
took my phone, ran up my accounts, all this shit.
Yikes! Yeah,
I have to have a passcode. You know what I
Right.
mean? But it's one of those things you live and learn some shit. And like, I'm sure I'll get some comments about whatever about this shit. Like, that's the story, bro. There's photo. I remember the cop taking a photo of the girl's back of the neck, being like, got him. And I'm thinking, what did you get?
yeah,
What did you get, son? Like,
Yeah.
because I brought it back inside, whatever. But like I said, you live and fucking learn.
yeah. And
Like,
then you're like in the public's eye, at least in BMX, and then while you're in
dude,
jail, like
she's calling me like Ron wants to be tied in right now. Can he get on the line? Okay, you're off too hip. Hang up. Like, it's
Damn,
like,
yeah.
shit. And Adam's just making articles. And that's also another thing. I could have got out and just fucking went crazy on this man.
Yeah,
But instead, I went to go 3 El Toro.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's
admirable as fuck. You're like you have so much fucking energy, and it's like, all right, I'm just gonna 3 El Toro.
Well, it was like
That's
what
sick.
can shut everybody up. It was like the race to El Toro at that time too.
Yeah,
and
that was-
all that,
yeah, it was
and all
poppin'.
that did was open the floodgates for everyone. To be honest with
Yeah.
you, I think Dennis had tried to whip it
Yeah, you
before
got
me,
hurt doing it, right?
and he didn't get hurt. I think his crank just broke, bro.
That's what
so
I
he
heard
did
then.
get hurt,
Something
but like
broke.
he
Yeah.
landed it. But once everyone saw me try it, they were like, motherfucker. Hoder was like, if Steve does that, he's like, I'm going. And thank God.
Hell
It's like
yeah.
it's one of those things like, that was supposed to be you.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? That wasn't supposed to be me, bro. That was supposed to be you, bro. Like,
That's hilarious that Hoder did it because he saw you try it.
I don't know if that was
Yeah,
a
but-
mentality, but
right.
I think for sure that was a mentality because Hoder is a gnarly motherfucker and fucking, he knows how slow I be going at shit. No matter if I 3 to 16 or not, that's a 20 stair with uphill.
Yeah.
I wasn't supposed to do that.
Yep.
That was supposed to be Hoder.
wild.
But I got to go to the skate fucking contest and all that shit. And they're like, yo, that's the crazy BMX rider that tried a 360 El
Yeah.
Toro for like a
Urban
good year.
legend. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, it's all, like I said, bad luck with good luck. You live and learn shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I got locked up and I got stuck on probation, all that shit. And I lived in Newport and I was stuck down there because you can't move after all that shit. So for like a year or something. And Dakota, I was going back and forth to Boy because Boy wanted to find out like if the rumors were true, So he was like, "Come ride." So I came around. He was like, "You're actually mad cool. Like you're always welcome to come back." He gave me like a bike and all that shit like immediately.
Hell yeah.
And then as soon as Dakota found out I was going to East LA every weekend, he's like, "Yo, you're taking the train to East LA every week. I could hook you up with a ride. Me, you, and Eric could roll down there, And,
Nice.
I mean that he likes looking for spots, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he was like, "I'll take you to East LA." So then he got a little inside to East LA for like a good couple years, and I was really just part of the East LA scene while I lived out here the first time. I was
Interesting.
going into the
Yeah.
backyard parties with Boy hitting the Nas tanks, like like really
Yeah.
like that.
Is
So
this Cardinal days?
they were starting Cardinal, and I was
Yeah.
not offended, but I was all butthurt because I definitely wanted to be a part of that shit.
Yeah.
And Nate Morishan did not fuck with me really.
Yeah. It's like, no, Steve-O. Fuck Steve-O.
I wouldn't either though. You know what I mean? At the time, I probably if I was him, but I was so in the mix that I was just like, damn, every single one but me. I was like heartbroken, bro. But I also knew, like there was no shot. But at the same time, I was just like, damn, it's real. He really, damn. So I want the vertical dropouts. Like, you know what I mean? Like, but nah, boy, I'm probably sitting here because of Boy, really, like Boy and Garrett, you know. But
nice.
So Boy gave me a shot, and then he felt me welcome for the next couple years while I was stuck in California. And then I moved back to New York, and the day I moved back to New York it was like the day I got off probation, I was like, I'm out of here, because I just had enough, you know, like living out here, whatever.
Yeah.
And I moved back, and Garrett had already been doing the Deadline video with like Corey Azraf and all that. It wasn't that serious. And they showed up to my crib with like 3 cars of people, like all locals though, like nobody, like I was like, who the fuck these people, like low key, like, you know?
Yeah.
Went and rode. And then we just started going crazy from there, because like with the Deadline shit, because I'm like, everybody else had a job. I didn't have a job still. I'm still trying to do my thing. So Garrett would be like, all right, you come stay with me for a week. We'll go to Philly. We'll go here, blah, blah. And then like, I'm a cheap date. So Garrett knows, he's like, all right, I get him a pack of cigarettes, get him his coffee. He's good for the day. Like he might, you know, we'll get dinner later, but like he ain't going to be like all day, yo, this and that.
I'm
so
hungry. Can I borrow $5?
I mean, I definitely did that shit, but like not like, I owe a lot. I owe a lot to Garrett. Like Garrett definitely fucking held me down. I was never hungry. I was never but
fuck yeah.
But yeah, he had like a road buddy at that point, you know? Like I remember we went to Woodward, and I remember, what's his fucking name? Who's the guy at Vans now? The Australian guy. McKay.
Colin McKay, yeah.
I remember he came up to me and was like, yo, thank you for getting Garrett to Woodward. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, he wasn't answering until you answered. And I was like, oh yeah, I've been like that my whole, like, you know what I mean? Like Losi used to fucking call and be like, hey, can you get Garrett up? I got to talk to him. You know what I mean? Type shit. Yeah. So, but yeah, so around that time, Deadline's like really going off, and that's start of that era.
Talk about momentum, dude. Deadline was like a movement, you know? And just
it was,
but
it was like dragged out. You know what I mean?
For like, how long did it take?
I can't really.
7?
They
8?
say 5 or whatever, right? But I don't know. I have no idea. It really all got put together in the last year, and a half.
When it becomes like a real thing, and then people are like, oh, okay, let's do this.
Yeah, like the last 2 years of filming was when it was like, because like I remember, nobody else has this recollection, but I know for a fact that I'm right about this. We're at fucking Interbike one year, and we were going to Barcelona like right after Interbike, but me and Corey were going up to Corrales before we went to Barcelona to fly out together. And we were with Ty, and I'm like, why doesn't Ty have a part? Like, why doesn't he just come to Barcelona? Like, he's like part of our crew pretty much. Because we've always we met Ty when we were going on those Christmas trips, like one of the second ones.
Florida man, Ty, right?
But he lived in North Carolina.
Oh yeah.
So he was the young kid at Josh Harrington's. So he was like, but I used to call him a man child, because he really looked like a grown ass man, bro. He had all these zippers on his pants. He was like, mad weird, son. But I was like, I liked him, and he was always like getting high in the room by himself. He didn't want to show people that he smoked weed, because we didn't really smoke when we were younger, you know. Yeah. We all started smoking late, like fucking like when we were like 18, whatever. But so we've been friends with him for years and years. And I remember going to Barcelona. I'm like, why don't you just hop on this trip, like whatever? And he's like, I'll book my flight right now. And he did. He booked his flight, and then that one got added. I think JJ was already in the mix. Yeah. Who else did we add? I think. Maybe that's all. Maybe Ty was the only one we really added to the whole thing. But
it's a good choice.
Yeah,
you know? Yeah.
But I've always played like TM, like I said. You know? But I always hate hearing that.
Ironic
story.
that you turned down the TM job, but you play TM basically. Like
it was because I was 20, son.
Yeah.
I was 20 years old. I'm coming off the jail shit. I'm like, do I really want to fucking become this right now? Like, you know, like
that's for washed up people, you know.
It's for people like Kyle that never rode. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I still need a bunny hop, Kyle. Like, I still do. Like, I said
I don't think I've ever seen Kyle bunny hop.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. He be getting mad when I say that shit, but I'm like, yo, bro, I never seen you even pedal a bike.
That's me neither.
The only one.
I love Kyle. I've never seen him ride a bike.
I tolerate him.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I don't hate him. But the one thing I always say, I'd be like, bro, I just need one. Just one bunny hop. Just one, please.
Dude, that would fucking hurt if you're Kyle.
Just one, son.
Like, oh, no.
Just one. Just hit me with one, please. You know,
oh,
like
shit.
So,
did you PeepGame, you said, was just an idea, like a moniker.
No, I always made videos. So like I
Oh,
always
the
made
mixtapes were called PeepGame. Yeah.
Yeah, I always made mixes under that, and then I always used to joke. I always used to joke to like Lil Sean, because at this time now, right before deadlines were really coming, right before I moved to California, Little Sean Ricani is getting into the age where he can like kind of pedal around, like he's like 13 or something. He's like kind of being a little rebel. So his mom used to drop him off at one of my first apartments in Jersey City, and drop him off on Friday and pick him up on Sunday, and I'd have him do my fucking dishes. And I'd have him fucking...
No shit.
Yeah, I like, like, that's like my little
squid,
bro for real.
The squid
like,
of the group.
Yeah, I mean,
well,
not even the group. Nobody else fucked with him.
Yeah.
Like, Garrett grew up with him. He didn't like Sean. Like, nobody did. Nobody liked Little Sean because he was that much of a nut job, and he had the Fuel TV show, so the older guys were jealous of him. Nobody gave him a shot, So I was like, I like this little fucker. Like, you know what I mean? He's mad funny, like, so...
So what was a weekend like that like? Like, he's
drop off on
doing
Friday.
dishes, but then go filming or what?
Yeah. Every day I rode. Every day, no matter what. Like, we always rode. Like, like, so fucking, whether it's a PeepGame, Lil Sean at it or something like that, it don't matter. Like, I'm always trying to film, because I think around that time I'm submitting to like ESPN for videos, and I'm getting 300 of videos. So I'm like, yo, we could run this up. This is easy. I got the connector, like, oh, D-Hart's here for a day. Oh, this and that.
Who'd you go through for ESPN videos? Tunny? Yeah.
But Tunny also is like the only one who like sent a letter to the judge saying like, yo, this kid's a good kid. Like,
hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, sent in my dig interview and shit like that.
That's great.
So Tunny, he also always gave me a hard time, but always had my back.
Yeah.
So I fucking love Tunny, and he let me survive off those ESPN videos, because I didn't ask him if I could get paid. He was like, yo, if you got content, I got a little bit of a budget, like I can hook you up,
Nice.
So
shit was exciting to sell. I did the same thing. I sold.
They can't
videos
do
to
that
ESPN.
now.
No way.
They can't, bro. No. So that's why we lived a weird time.
It's so weird.
So Little Sean would get dropped off on a Friday. We go get pizza. We probably watch like Sopranos or something like that, and fucking wake up the next day, either ride around Jersey City or I had Chris Marshall around, so he'd come pick us up, maybe bring us to Philly or something. We always doing something, and then like I always had people around me willing to come get me and drive us wherever, because if you came and got me, you got a day out of it. Like, oh, we're going to go meet up with these. We're not just going to Philly.
The connector, man.
Yeah, we're going to Philly to do some shit. We're going to see some shit. We're going to, like.
Did you just never learn to drive? Like, why don't you drive?
Yeah, I started traveling when I was like 16 in New York, and I lived in New York my whole life. My parents never.
That's a common thing in New York. You never drive.
Bro, when you're 14, you're thinking about when to get your license and all that shit already, right? And that was not it. Like, there was no car coming to me when I was 16.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, there was none. It was like, whatever. And I just started fucking taking trips, and I'm like, I got no time to even go get my license, because I was always doing shit. And then by the time I'm 36 now,
still not driving.
Fuck no. And people don't believe me. People don't believe me. And I'm like, bro, it is what it is. And now we got Uber. So if I really get stuck,
you're not stuck,
It's fucked up.
That's the most New York shit I've heard, dude.
It's
I love it.
fucked up. I drove twice in my life.
Nice.
Once was drunk, because fucking, and I yelled at Seeley, who wasn't drunk. I said, give me the fucking keys, because we were leaving a party in Baltimore, and they were mad young. Garrett and Seeley. We went to this, all right, so there was this one Christmas trip. I think it was 3 cars. One car was like Seeley, Garrett, Holder, Augie. The other car was me, Wade, Lil Jeff, Rat Kid. Maybe that was it, and a couple other. Oh,
yeah, dude.
Come on, son. So, and it's brick outside. We go to Baltimore, and Ben Hiddle's like, yo, there's a lingerie party at so and so. Here's the address, because we were staying with Ben. So we pull up. Obviously, it's not no lingerie party. It's like girls in like little bra tops and shit, whatever. About 30 minutes in, Seeley and Garrett got a slip and slide going on in the kitchen, made out of soap and like water and shit, like just causing a ruckus, son. Yeah. I forget what happened, but the cops come in busting, because the party was cracking. And we're all young. I remember Anthony Villani pushed the cop down the stairs, and we're out of there. Augie had he was supposed to drive, but Augie was shit-faced. So Seeley's like, I'm going to drive. I'm like, no, you're not. And I grabbed the keys. Bro, worst decision of my life, because I wound up on the curb. Augie wakes up out of his sleep in the back like he's drunk, and then everybody's like, give me the fucking keys. I think he hit me, and I got out. I gave him the keys, and he drove us home. So after that, I was like, this ain't
Maybe
me.
I shouldn't.
Yeah, nah, this ain't me. I don't know what I'm doing. You know?
Drunken confidence, though. Like, yeah, I've never driven in my life, but I got this, bro.
Well,
How hard could it be?
Uncle instincts really kicked in because I didn't know if Seeley was lying to me about being drunk. And I was like, yo, no way you're getting something with your grandfather would kill me. Yeah. So I'm like, nah, I'm doing this. Like, I'm going to be the big man.
I'm going to be the big man.
Fuck no, dude. Uncle Boss Man Og had to wake up out of his coma and save us.
Yeah, he's the big man. That's crazy, dude.
There's certain things I can save, and there's certain things Augie can save you with.
Yeah.
You know, like, I'd probably be the first one to jump out my seat and punch somebody for you. Augie be tactical and be like, in about 4 years, we'll get him with this. You know, like,
slow
somebody will fucking, he'll be all right.
Yep.
You know, but yeah, so that was the only, I don't drive. That's not my forte.
Yeah, that's true. It's interesting.
Yeah, so fucking
you're back home now.
You're with the deadline.
Catching deadline waves. Like, at what point did you know that you were going to have a part?
Immediately.
Right?
Yeah, that roller coaster crook, the long one that I do, that's like the first clip I filmed for it.
Nice.
Yeah, so like he set the generator up and all that shit. I was like, oh, it's real.
Yeah.
I was like, let's go. Like, you know what I mean? So, and then that was pretty much I used that as not getting a job for so long, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. And then the trip tape was around in the middle of that. That was because
iconic.
The trip happened because we took Miles on a trip to Miami with us. And
what was your first introduction to Miles, the legendary Miles Rogish?
Probably online or something like that. And then him coming up to me and everybody can be like, Steve, you know him. Like, he's just, if he knows you and he likes you, he's about to, at that time, it's like, your family, you know. So it's like, oh, I fucking love, know, I'll fucking play around, whatever, you know. And so then Miles gets in the mix because I'm like, yo, we should take Tuesdays with Miles with us because that's coverage and like whatever, and you know everybody else could give two fucks.
Talk about consistent, dude. Tuesdays with Miles was something,
bro. There's a lot of funny stories about that shit, but yeah, nobody else gave a fuck. But he was gonna come help, but really, you know, come help film and have his shit. But we got stuck in Miami for like 3 weeks. Because it was raining for like a full week, and Gary just kept being like, "Yeah, so what do you guys want to do? You want to just book the hotel another fucking week?" And
your
he'd be
Garrett impression is amazing, dude.
He might hate it, but I've been around the kid for so long. But yeah, he's just like, "Yeah, you want to book the room?" And this ain't cheap. Like you're housing like 20 fucking dudes in 3 rooms. Like Garrett spent a lot of money on Deadline, like a lot of money. But either way, so we're in Miami for like 3 weeks. One of the weeks it's like raining the whole week. We're not doing shit except getting like fucking high and fucking talking about what we can do, change the industry, blah, blah, blah. We're like, we're all like 23, 24 or whatever. And around this time is when the trip happens. It's like, oh, you guys are doing Deadline. Miles is like, I'm not included in that. Hey, Bruce, what do you think about doing the side thing in this trip? Blah, blah, blah. And then we're all like, fuck yeah, we're all involved in the trip. Like, let's fucking go, you know? Like, And then that happens, and he gets everybody to fucking come down to Tulsa in a couple months. And yeah, we all trooped it out there. We made the trip tape. We stayed in 105-degree weather. We were eating his leftover rice and fucking
roughing it.
But it was awesome because me and Patrick Kane became like fucking close friends, you know, and like Seamus, like that's another unbelievable squad that like how'd you guys all get that together? But really, if you look at it, it's like 60% Tulsa Miles homies and then like a couple of dudes sprinkled in. Yeah. Like, dude. You know, and it's just like that's what you need. Yeah.
That shit was iconic, dude. The trip will go down in history.
Everybody wonders, like, why did Deadline work out and this and not work out? But like, I know maybe the common kids won't ever admit it, but I know that they probably are like, why didn't we get the reaction Deadline got? Because they were, you know, they're their own fans. You're allowed to be your own fan, you know. But I'm sure they felt that way. But it was just because, like you said, Ty was a perfect addition. Yeah. JJ was a perfect addition. I was fucking a random person. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like,
no, you brought some flavor to it. You brought the crooks in the street, you know?
Corrali, perfect addition. And
I shouldn't say the street, the whole video street, but you get what I'm saying. At Corali. Yeah. Corrali's an
I brought the New York.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you.
But yeah, and that was always my email. I could bring New York. Yeah. You know, the culture side of things. Yeah. But, so yeah, it was just, if the common crew had like 2 all-stars, maybe that was like, I mean, they all are all-stars. Like literally every single one of them is fucking amazing. But
Ty and Garrett,
you just need to tie in a little bit of like weird, like why did they do that? Like why, like where did this guy come from? And Market overdid it, where it was like, All right.
Market was nuts.
All right, dude. Slattery, fucking.
Yeah.
Wait, fucking. How much are they getting paid, dude? Like, you know, I know they all
The
love you,
fucking
Dennis.
dream team, dude.
But it. No offense, but it really wasn't. It was just it was like a fucking throw it together, you know what I mean? And that's what happened. And they probably felt the same way as like, why didn't we get that reaction? It's like, well, I spent fucking 3 months on those in-between sections, those little like fucking goofy ones. Like I had to go into Ryan Nyquist's folder to find clips of fucking Ty, you know, like, but yeah, that was, I don't know where that tangent came from, but yeah,
Deadline and Trip
Deadline
era.
and
And that's
Trip.
interesting to think about the impact, but it's like the combination of the people plus Garrett plus like the fact that it brought something that you can't just piece together, which is like the homies and the B-roll and all the life he's
And Garrett was
like,
way more elusive back then than he is now. Obviously, everybody was because of Instagram, but that's like, I used to sprinkle out bits of his personality on shit. Like, I don't know if you remember like GoPro videos, like the GoPro videos I used to make. Bro, they used to get so many hits just because it'd be like an 8-minute video of like us fucking around, and I would just sprinkle in bits of their personalities.
fuck yeah. Yeah.
You know, so.
Personality is huge. It goes a really long way.
I always
Anyways,
say that
dude.
the in-between sections made Deadline.
Yeah.
You know, like, and that's the most part that I had to do with it. I did the intro and the in-between, but it's like,
You put together the intro?
yes.
Hell yeah, dude.
It would have been a
Iconic.
little crazier if Tony didn't tighten it up. Like,
Yeah.
Tony definitely tightened it up and made it like, oh, it's a production, not just a mix edit in the beginning, because
Yeah.
it would have looked like a PeepGame mix in the
Yeah.
beginning. But he made it look professional. It was like,
Nice.
you know, so.
Fuck yeah. Yeah,
But
you
yeah.
brought a good flavor to it then. Fucking A.
The song,
I didn't know that.
The
That's
song
fire.
is from Augie because Augie randomly had that song on his iPod, and Augie never has like a song that I've never heard.
Yeah.
And we just bumped that shit driving the whole way to California. That body, you know, and I was like, this is it. And but
yeah.
everybody was like, no, Garrett's like, we're polar opposites. So if I like something, Garrett doesn't, you know. So it's like really hard. I had to like edit that in the cut for that intro. Was probably like 3 weeks editing. Everyone except Garrett knew I was editing that intro.
You kept
know,
it secret.
I had to.
Is that what
Dan
when you
Lacey
say in
is
the
literally-
cut, that means secret?
What?
When you said I edited that in the cut, that means you kept
Yeah,
it,
kind
kept
of
it
like in the
secret.
cut off
Yeah.
in my room, whatever. Like you have to open my door. Like Lacey would come in and like sit on my bed for hours, just like rolling up spliffs. Like, you know, like, okay, this is the room I could come chill in. Nobody's
Yeah.
gonna bother me. Like, you know,
Tucked away. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm learning some shit. You said, what'd you say? It was bricked.
it was brick, like cold.
Cold. Okay, yeah.
That means like cold.
I was
Yeah,
like,
there's a brick outside.
hot or cold. It's one of those
Yeah,
two. You know?
brick means cold. I don't know
Yeah.
why. Maybe because you stand like a brick shit house or something.
Because
It's
it's
stuck.
fucking
you know?
hard outside.
Word.
All right, Deadline. Keep going, man. I fucking totally cut you off to learn.
No,
what
no,
the
you're
cut
good. You're
means.
good. I don't
Yeah.
even know. There's so much shit
Yeah.
that it's like none of this shit even matters.
Oh, but it does. It's a beautiful
We can touch
thing.
on the Scott Marceau shit.
Yeah.
So Scott.
Oh, hold on. Let's touch on Scott Marceau once we come back from,
Okay.
a pee break real quick.
Yeah, I got a pee too.
It's time to pee. Damn, 90 minutes already.
My bad.
This episode is brought to you by Spinelli's Pizza in Tempe, Arizona. Spinelli's Pizza specializes in authentic Philly-style craft pizzas, from chicken and waffles to margarita pie. As if the food isn't good enough, Spinelli's also supports the BMX, skateboard, and cycling scene in Phoenix. Next time you're cruising down Mill Avenue, swing by and grab yourself a slice and a beer at Spinelli's. This episode is brought to you by Unity Ride Shop. Unity is Arizona's BMX shop, and they're located at 43rd Avenue in Bethany Home, and they really put on for the city and BMX. They came to town, opened up the shop, and you know, opening a bike shop isn't about making money, it's about passion, and Randy, the owner, is very passionate about BMX and super supportive. They sponsor a bunch of local riders. They put on a bunch of jams and events and group rides for everybody that rides bikes in the city. Pretty great. So if you're in Phoenix, go to Unity Ride Shop for all your BMX needs, 43rd Avenue in Bethany Home. Follow them on Instagram at Unity Ride Shop, and their phone number is 623-466-8151. Thank you, Unity Ride Shop.
So yeah, Scott. I mean, I don't know. This got broken up. I got ADD like a motherfucker. The kid that helps me film the YouTube for our screen printing shop, he has to break down audio every week, and he's just like, bro, every conversation you have is all over the place. He's like, it ends up being what it's supposed to be, but he's like, it is so hard.
He
to
took
fucking,
a windy road to get there.
But
dude.
you know how I do it now? We film one day. I tell the kid to come over the next day. I build this story with him on the timeline, and then I send him back, and I go, okay, now piece together all the bullshit that I don't want to do.
Yeah, you just
know?
got to get the skeleton in there and then
Exactly.
dress it up.
And I shouldn't be doing that, but like, hopefully 6 months of that will like lead to like 6 years of like really good content, you know. But
I can't remember what we were talking about with Scott either. So let's just.
I think it was literally just fucking the TM shit and putting shit together and keeping an eye out for talent and just being like, oh yeah, Scott, fucking, he doesn't probably remember how I linked up with him, but I was like, yo, come to the Banks, fucking. We shot, and then I also remember hearing him say, like, I don't know how I ended up on that Nation trip and how I met Adam. You guys met on that trip because I brought Adam on that trip because I was like, oh, we need a blogger.
The connector.
Yeah. I was like, and nobody had a problem with it at the time. But yeah, so that's how they knew each other. But yeah, with Scott, it was more of a keep an eye out for talent. Like, I knew Scott could shoot, and then he shot a photo of me, and I was like,
this guy's the shit.
We have ours. Yeah, we have ours. You guys can keep Delecki because we'll shoot with Delecki when Delecki offers, but we have somebody, you know. So
man, Scott's the shit.
Scott is one of the few people in my life before Siri, before Facebook, all that shit. He remembers everyone's birthday. If he cares about you, you're getting a fucking text on your birthday. Yeah. You know, like and like. Since I met that kid, I've gotten a birthday text, and now I see him. I told
that's special, especially before Siri and the fucking.
I love Scott Marcel.
Yeah.
Like, he drives me nuts sometimes because he's so smart, but he is such an airhead.
Yeah.
But I told you I see him every day at Starbucks by my house, like pretty much. Yeah. Like I'll be like, oh, where's Scott reading his How to Get Rich Quick or Grow Old Rich book? Nice. That's what he reads. Yeah. How to Grow Old Rich.
Yes.
I'm like, not by sitting in the Starbucks, but also he is. He's sitting there. Me, JP, Boeing.
Bro, he told me something about Boeing.
I know.
Way before this, whatever just happened. I'm like, damn, dude.
Boeing must go.
Boeing's up.
Boeing up.
Robot Scott.
Scott knows that I've called him JP from Grandma's Boy. Have you ever seen Grandma's Boy?
Yeah.
Yeah. I am JP. Please sit on my face. That's what he wanted to say to Riley Reid.
What a legend, dude. For real, though.
He should just bust out that fucking text to her.
Yeah, just hit her
Please
up.
sit on my face. Oh, my God. I was just telling him, though, at the same time, I was like, dude, on some real shit, I'd say the same thing, though. I'd be like, fuck no. Like, no. Like, sorry. Like, I'm not, no.
I try and put myself in that position. I'm like, I don't know if I would whip my cock out. Like,
no.
all right, whip your cock out. I'm like,
no.
I don't know, dude.
No. Ugh. Ugh. Ugh.
Ugh.
You get filth as soon as it comes out. All of a sudden, dirt. Oh my God, what has my dick dirty?
I think I disagree because all those.
I know they're the cleanest fucking ones. Blah blah blah. Fucking Earth is round. Fucking COVID is fucking real. And the porn stars' pussies are the tightest and cleanest ones you'll ever get in your life. They come with disinfectant wipes.
The best broads around. I tell you.
Best broads around. Yeah, I know. Everything fucking. God. With your fucking Birkenstocks and what does that say? Acid on your fucking leg.
Oh shit, dude. That's GSD. Get shit done. And then this one's Barcelona. I got this.
He got the BSD ankle flip, son. Get shit done.
That's from when I rode for BSD. Just kidding.
Yo, we were just asking you rode for GT, right?
Yeah.
I remember. I think I was jealous.
Fuck yeah, you should have been.
Yeah, I think I was.
Yeah.
I think I was. I was like, "Why? Who the fuck is this kid?" But that
was
through what, bombing,
dude. No, I got in because of a video contest on Vital.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
Shout out Kyle Carlson.
Yeah, dude. I don't know what connections he made, but they were going through the losers. Like, I lost the contest, and then the guy picking the team went through and just checked out all the losers, and he was like, "This guy's got style. Let's put him on." And
sick.
I was like, "Sick." So my first ever trip was to Australia. Like, my first BMX trip.
I've never been. I kind of don't ever want to go to Australia.
Not anymore. I don't want to. Actually, I lied, dude. I would totally go to Australia.
Lewis Mills came here and got stung by a stingray.
Oh, shit. The irony,
He
dude.
couldn't believe it. He's like, I came to America and got stung by a stingray? What is this? Like, I don't know how to do an Australian accent, but he was so livid. I was just like,
oh, no, a stingray.
I didn't get it until, like, I was like, what the fuck? Why is he so mad? And my girl was like, he's from Australia.
Yeah, they got spiders this big.
Yeah, she was like, that's why. I was like, all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Man, what a fucking legend Lewis is. But yeah. Yeah, it was a fluke. And then I got to get Ballman on a couple of years there, and then Stranger. Stranger started when I went out to Adam's place in Long Beach, and Rich Hirsch lived there.
Oh, that's why me and you never linked. You were part of that weird era, bro, where it was like GoPros just started coming around. Like Charlie was uploading GoPro 1. Yeah. And I was like, who's turning pro today? You know what I mean? I was like, what the fuck is this? He just did a curved wall ride single clip. You know?
Who's going pro today?
Nah, I'm dead ass serious. I clicked the video and be like,
shit, dude, that's
some
amazing.
13-second clip, son. What do you mean some boomer shit? Nobody knew what GoPro
it was new at the time.
I was the first one that went to that fucking office. Me and Augie pulled up.
The GoPro office?
It was in San Diego. It was like the size of this room. And then Augie would always be my guy to chauffeur me, like not chauffeur, but like I'm like, yo, we got to go to LRG today. He'd be like, how come? Because he knew he would get stuff.
That's fucking rad.
And I was like, I got to go to this place, GoPro. It's the camera place. They said they're gonna give me a bunch of accessories and shit because those GoPro videos were going crazy when I was making them. And it was like in Encinitas, and he's like, I'll fucking take you there, whatever. I got nothing going on today. So we drive down there, and fucking pull up. I'm like, where the fuck is this? It's like a garage in Encinitas. Guy opens up the door out of nowhere. He's like, oh, Steve, come in. I'm like, what the fuck? We go in.
Get the fuck out of here. Yeah. Ground floor at GoPro. That is wild.
Dude, it was crazy. Yeah. We walk in. There's maybe 3 people working. And, of course, one of the guys working was like, Augie, what's up, Augie? And Augie looks back, oh, shit, what's up? I forget who he was. They knew each other from Dew Tour, you know? And it was just like, oh, this is, like, perfect. Now, all of a sudden, we're all laughing and fucking every closet's open. The one that's locked is, oh, take what you want. I walked out of there with dude, I think I gave Curly a camera. Like, I was just, like, all over the place. Like, but
the OG GoPros too, like it was different. It's so crazy how far everything's.
I wish I took footage of us walking into that. That's the only thing because there's no footage of that office online. It's like literally a bungalow underneath somebody. It was like somebody's house. That was like, it was crazy.
This? What would you say?
You can look. When is the GoPro at its?
2014.
I can look up the GoPro at its. Probably it was right before Deadline came out. Gold Pro.
2013.
Yeah, see?
GoPro,
so that was
Volume 1.
11 years ago, dude.
Yeah, dude, the original GoPro footage. That shit would get dirty and it's fucking a nightmare.
Oh, that was the biggest thing, too, because I had the smudge on the lens. Everybody's like, get a new GoPro. I'm like, I got 12 of them. Like,
I got plenty.
But that was like clickbait. See what I'm saying? Garrett would ride these outside. That's Anthony Watkinson. But yeah, he would just ride all day, dude. And it's just like.
He's about it. It's crazy. Like he keeps earning it too. Like, and you can tell it's pretty dope.
He's learning tricks that like most people ain't even thinking about right now. Yeah, you know. But yeah, fucking pretty much from what are we saying? We were filming for Deadline, and then so during that whole thing, I was like all over the place. Fucking, I lived in Jersey, in like Hoboken. That's when little Sean's staying at my house and shit. Vinny Salmon winds up living down the road from me now, so now we're a little bit tighter. Fucking just doing the same thing I always did. Film, ride, just, you know, if Garrett wanted to go on a trip, we go on a trip, whatever. We moved to Philly for a little bit. That was crazy.
Why? How was it crazy?
It's like lawlessness out there. Like I always tell everybody, because I was so used to New York, like riding on the sidewalk, you get a ticket, and like, you know, like stupid shit. You put up a sticker, you can get arrested. Blah blah blah. I went to Philly. I was like tagging all over the place. Fucking barely get kicked out of spots. Fucking at the time, smoking weed in public was a big thing. Like, oh, I can get away with smoking a blunt. Nobody's gonna say a word to me. Like, it just felt like I was like, I can kill somebody out here and get away with it. You know, like. Of course, I got in trouble out there, but
tell me about it.
I just got caught doing graffiti, so I was tagging up those little aliens or whatever that I used to draw. Yeah. Anthony Watkins is with me. He screams, "Cops!" I don't listen to him. Cops come. I have probably like $3,000 in my backpack because I went to go buy weed from somebody for like a middleman transaction. It wasn't my money. Yeah. Like, you know. Cops fucking pull me over. I'm like, no way. I'm like, I'm about to get caught with $3,000 in my backpack. Like, I'm like, I'm fucked. Like, whatever. They made me spray paint my neck. And they were like, if we catch you again tonight, we're locking you up. I was like, bet.
Damn, yeah, fuck yeah.
And I dipped out. And I was like, whatever. But yeah, you would just be able to get into fights. Like, I remember beating the shit out of like some dude that caught me tagging, and they followed me home. And once we got back to my house, I was like, all right. Tried to open his door, and he came out and just started beating the shit out of him.
Damn.
Nobody, like, I remember a fucking car of dudes passing and be like, yo, it's my OG. I'm like, well, your OG just followed me back to my fucking house. What are you going to do about it?
Oh, shit.
You know, and nobody, they were like, oh, point taken, word, like, handle. And, like, that was just, I loved Philly because of that. But that was around when, like, Chocolate Truck was like going to college over there, so we would have like a party at Chocolate Truck's house.
Sick.
And then I was drinking at the time, so I was a shithead.
Yeah.
I'm sure I fucking pissed off everyone because I told you I suck at drinking.
Yeah.
But yeah, living in Philly, deadline.
You got to be a part of that era too, the Chocolate Truck.
Kind of, but not really. Like I got to see it. Yeah, like Marshall shot the photos, but like they always included me. But like I said, like one or two didn't like me because I probably was a dickhead to them or something like that, and which is fucking. I don't blame him.
Par for the course.
Yeah, I don't blame him. I was a shitty drinker. So if
Yeah.
I said something nasty, like I wasn't gonna correct myself.
Yeah.
I'd be like, oh, what?
At least you're fucking aware of that. Like,
I mean, I quit drinking because I suck at it. It's either I throw up or I get into a fight.
Yeah.
One or the other. It's like,
That's
what's
no good.
the fucking point?
Yeah.
You know?
Smart.
It took me a long time to learn.
Yeah. Slow, smart.
It took me a long time. And it's literally because nobody believed me when I would throw up. They'd be like, no, you're a shit face. I'd be like, dude, I'm one beer deep. And like one night, the night that I stopped drinking, it was in LA at Nair and Augie's house. I opened up a beer. I was like, yo, first one. Took a sip and I was like, no way. And I went to the back and I started vomiting like crazy.
Dude.
And Nair's just rubbing my back, no homo, just being like, I think it's time. I was like, yeah, I think so too. And Augie's standing above him. He goes, you drink so much soda that I think you just need to drink a Jack and Coke and stop the beer. It's like water. You can't drink water. He was just trying to like rationalize it, you know?
Yeah. Your system just needs corn syrup.
Literally,
Yeah.
literally. But yeah, I was like, nah, I'm done with this shit, whatever. But
When is this? Good for you. How long?
when I started PeepGame, like making the clothes, maybe like 10 years ago.
Nice, dude.
We're going on like 10 years making the clothes. Well, maybe like 9, but I say 10 years this year.
Yeah. I guess let's go right into PeepGame. Tell me, that's a pretty good transition to what's the precipice or the fucking genesis?
Oh, that's how we were talking about Sean, I think, before, because I said we were making the PeepGame mixes under the name PeepGame because I always just loved that name. And I always would make the joke to Sean because Sean always had money. Sean got signed for like 40 grand when he was like 13 years old. And I was like, yo, give me a slice of pizza. He'd be like, nah, I ain't got it. I'm like, yo, you're staying at my house this weekend. You're buying me a slice of pizza, you motherfucker. Like, whatever. So I'd always make the joke to Sean, like, yo, whenever you're ready, let's make the clothes. Because I wrote for LRG for like,
I remember that.
I wrote for LRG for like maybe like over 5 years. And like I said, I'm not like a email, see you later type of guy. Like I would show face. I'd come into the showroom like every week. Like I'd sit in on meetings and like really just show up and be like, I have a safe place to smoke, but taking in like marketing stuff and being like, oh, I do that already. Like, you know, they're like trying to figure out how to do something. It's like, oh, you're not even paying me. Like,
Yeah.
all right.
I can help you out there.
Well,
Yeah.
no, it's not like I can help you out there. It's just retaining a lot of information where it's like you don't know that you're doing what people get paid to do.
Yeah, you've been DIYing for so long that you go
You have
somewhere
no
where people
clue.
are getting paid to do like one portion of what you do.
Literally,
you know?
and you have no clue. You're like, oh, I just made your life so much easier, and all I did was just get unlimited amount of clothes, which is fine because I would sell the LRG stuff, whatever. But like, but yeah, so fucking, I would retain a lot of information through there and like really be hands on there and like whatever. And I always make the joke to Sean, like, yo, we can make this a brand. We can make this brand. And I always really wanted to make Deadline like the brand, but there was another brand called Deadline Limited that I wound up getting close with too. They were pretty big for a while. They were doing like Schoolboy Q's stuff and like they were like really, really cool. But either way, it just didn't.
Name didn't work out. Yeah.
Well, the name was fine. It's just like always gonna. If I wanted to do what I wanted to do with it, it would just always would have been a problem. So it was always like, PeepGame was in the back of my brain, like whatever. And then
that's
Sean,
your baby, you know?
yeah, and then Sean was just like, yeah, what do you want to do? Like, you want to order stickers? And then I ordered stickers, and then we just split like the first. I don't even know if he helped me out with the first run or something like that. But then I like built it up, not built it up, but I kept posting like it's coming, and like they sold out in like a day. I didn't have that many, but like shirts sold out in a day or whatever. But I also knew that from like watching how people, like other brands would build up their shit for a day. There was only a couple brands that would sell out, but I saw the process. I'm like, you got 1 million fans, you're only making 100 of the shirts. Like,
Yeah.
build
You
it
can make it
up.
work, right.
Definitely 100 people are gonna buy this shit.
Yeah.
You know, so
what was your first like dollar that came from PeepGame? You got to remember, like first shirt, or was it just
yeah,
that
I
batch
did
that you
these
talking about with
vintage.
Sean?
So I think the first drop was it never started out as like just regular T-shirts. So like I sourced these old Russell pinstripe baseball shirts that I found on eBay for like maybe $4 a pop.
I remember those.
Yeah, so I found them on eBay and I was like, no fucking way, dude. Dead stock fucking vintage Russell pinstripe shirts. Like this is what I've been looking for in the thrift stores for the past 10 years, and I can spend $600 and get the whole thing and rebrand them. So I think that's why Sean maybe split them with me, because I probably only had like $200. And he's like, oh, I got you, whatever. And we bought that, and I think I made Stevie and all them post the shit beforehand, and
Fuck yeah.
nobody was taking PeepGame as like being serious, so everybody was allowed to post the PeepGame shit,
Yeah.
whatever. And
Yeah, they're not competing. It's fine. Go
exactly,
ahead. Keep
exactly.
saying, yeah.
So then the shit sold out, and then we just were like, oh, I have from that 600, now we got maybe 1,500. Let's do hoodies, and then let's do this, and then every week it was a drop. But at the time, it was like what kids are doing now is what we were doing fucking 10 years ago with the whole like, oh, drop a colorway this week, then next week is gray. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just like, but now we don't do that because I build out collections, you know? So, but yeah, that was like the first real, like, oh shit, there's kids that are buying shit that I have no idea who this kid is.
Yeah.
So cool. All right, Sean's working. And then
Explain that piece you just said. We don't do that because now I build out collections. What does that mean?
I don't like just dropping like say I find a cool hat. I can't just drop the hat tomorrow. I have to find the jacket that I want around it.
Okay.
And then the t-shirt that goes with that. But it can't be the same, like, say Burn Slow. They don't do this, but like say Burn Slow is like, I love that orange tab on that hat, and then all of a sudden they put out an orange tab shirt, hat, hoodie. And it's like, I was doing that when you first learn and you start putting stuff out. You're like, oh, I could put this logo on, all this shit. But really, it's like, it's how you play with like the branding. It's like, okay, like I need my script logo in there. Like I also need to show my design talent, you know? So,
So like each piece in the collection is like related but different. in
yeah,
its own-
a lot of
own
the
way.
time people don't get it. Like even when I send it in the group chat, half the time they don't get it until like fucking the guy that I copied comments on the thing and is like, yo, that's hard. And then they're like, yo, what? Like
yeah.
it fucking worked. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, but yeah, it's just, and my mind works like how I was talking about the flat earth shit, you know, like it's not like I wouldn't say I'm a flat earther, but I do lean towards the whole, like, I think it's a firmament or whatever. And I'm going to show you how I kind of believe in it, you know, like but I got to put it in a way where it's like, you're not going to necessarily know what you're wearing. You know what I mean? Like if you don't want to dig deep on that, like I just put out a McDonald's shirt. Everybody's like hard graphic. It's the Georgia Guidestones with the McDonald's fucking characters in it.
Huh.
Like if you know, bro.
Yeah.
Like,
That's dope. I like
so
that.
it's like I could think of like the Patagonia rip we just did. It's got a 5G tower in front of the mountains.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's like, why do I need that in my fucking landscape?
Yeah.
So it's like, right now I think that's what PeepGame. Not right now, but like I think I'm finally realizing like, yeah, we have a hardcore like. I think I do nice graphics and everything like makes sense. Like even this Team Wee jacket, people who don't ride love this jacket. You know what I mean?
Fire
Like
jacket.
they don't even know that El Toro's on the back. They're just like, yo, that shit is fucking hard. How can I get one? It's like you can't. Yeah, it's just like I don't even know where I was
So
going.
you were just explaining the difference between collections and like a limited release of one thing. So like at the beginning, obviously it's like you do whatever you can.
Yeah, I make a whole
Flip,
promo
flip, flip.
around like one T-shirt,
Yeah.
and like of course, like I like making the visuals, but now you're starting to learn like, okay, I want to get taken serious as like a brand,
Right.
Like, you know what I mean? And like that's like something I use myself with like other people. Like you can compare all day, but I don't want to start like naming names, but like there's like people try to compare me to certain things, and I'm like, I don't even think about them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like even like OSS is like, I don't know, whatever right now, but like people used to always be like, because they would get butthurt if Vegan would wear a shirt or something, and it's like, how come they don't care that you wear every other shirt except PeepGame? You never wear an OSS shirt. Oh, I'm doing something right. You
Yeah.
know, like it is. I don't even think about shoes.
Yeah.
You know.
Tell me about the beginning more in detail because I'm curious. Like, when did you think like, oh shit, this could become something bigger? I guess you probably at the beginning,
whole
like,
time.
yeah, knew something. But like, what did the numbers look like when you did, I don't know, your third run of something? You know what I mean? Like, you create a promo
It was
video.
never.
you
It was
drop
never.
it.
That's another thing about me. It's like I never made money ever. So like the little couple thousand here, a couple thousand there, I would just keep going, throwing it back into the shit because
Yeah.
I don't live like ask these guys. Like I don't fucking live like yo. Damn, we had a 10 grand drop. Cool, I'm gonna go get some Louis. Like
Right.
you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
you can never find me doing that. So it's like I
Just dump
always
it
put
back in,
because
yeah.
I was so used to like with the deadline shit. I always have. Obviously, I have such a respect for Garrett. Garrett funded all that shit. And fucking, we would get orders or people would give me cash and I'd have an envelope that I was able to like pull out from to pay the printer and like go pay for the orders and like, you know what I mean? Like that type of shit. And it always was like, I can't touch that. It's not my money.
Yeah.
You know? So like I kept that with PeepGame where it was like the first like, it's still to this day, it's like, it's not really my money till
not
all
yours, it's
till the
PeepGame's.
orders are
Yeah.
filled. And then it's like, oh, you could buy pizza.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's like, I think that's how it's never been like a big spike. And the problems are when you do hit the big spikes, like $100,000 drop is like, what do you do with that 100 grand? Because I've done that a couple times and I don't have a fucking, I don't have a plan. So
Right.
then you, throughout the year, you're spending thinking that you're making money because orders are coming in. But really, you're just fucking buying rolls of fabric that cost you $700 here. Fucking, you're giving out fucking, I meet up with 20 kids on Sunday. I give them each a package. That's fucking $2,000,
Yeah,
bro. Like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like there's a lot of things that go into it where it's like they can almost speak to it more than me with the whole like keeping it going because I would be out of business if I like splurged or like you know was like really worried about making a come up on this shit.
Yeah.
I really create to create. I've always just done that, and that's why I did deadline, dude.
Yeah, I
During the,
scrolled all the way down on your Instagram and just saw some of the old doodles, and I was like, "This guy."
oh,
just
from the
likes
deadline
fucking
days
drawing.
and shit. Yeah. So yeah, that's really so. Give it up to Jeannie Reynolds, Garrett's mom. Garrett's mom's always thought I was a derelict. Like, oh, here comes the kid from Brooklyn. He's about to
Yeah.
get into a fight at Lakewood or something.
Stevie O from Snook.
Stevie O from Snook's about to be in my fridge at 3 a.m. Like I might catch him eating my pretzels or something like that. But they always took me in. Like they treated me like family. But Jeannie just, you know how you have homies, friends that like, that's Ma. I never felt like that with Jeannie. It was like always like, oh fuck, Jeannie's
Yeah.
coming in. Okay, chill out. But she came in my room at Garrett's house in San Diego, and my walls were covered in Fiend, Deadline, and Trip drawings that I drew that just wound up never getting ran because, like I said, Garrett's my worst critic, but also God bless him because I would be such a fucking baby if I didn't have my best friend telling me he didn't like that.
Yeah.
So Jeannie comes in one day, she's like checking out the place, and she's like, Steve-O, what is all this? I'm like, what do you mean, Jeannie? What do you like? I'm sitting there
What do
with
you
my
mean, Jeannie?
Yeah, I was like, I'm sitting there with my headphones and drawing in front of her. I'm like, what are you talking about? And she's like, what is all this? This is all you? I'm like, yeah, I've been drawing. She's like, for what? Does he
Like,
pay
oh,
you?
you're not a piece of shit.
Well, no. She goes, does Garrett pay you? I was like, no, I live here, and you know, like I get to eat for free. And she goes, Steve-O, you gotta go. She's like, you have to leave. She's like, you can't do this to yourself. You know. She's like not in those words really, but
Yeah.
like in Jeannie
That
Reynolds,
essence,
like,
yeah.
what do you mean?
Yeah.
Like, you know, like something like that. And but it hit me like, he's never. You're always gonna be in debt. You have to go do something, and that was really Jeannie Reynolds is probably really the one that like sparked because I
Fuck
think
yeah.
I had the samples already.
Yeah.
But I think Jeannie was really the one, and then I tried to use somebody's account to buy wholesale blanks for a PeepGame, and it was somebody I was helping really close. And they pretty much told me to go fuck themselves because they wouldn't be able to figure out the taxes at the end of the year for 100 shirts. I rolled my eyes. I was like, okay, I'm going to go figure this out. So I went down to the fashion district in LA, and I just went and fucking shook up everybody and figured out that shit. And I was like, oh, I don't need a resale. I worked the whole year without a resale license. You know what I mean?
Fuck yeah.
So, but yeah, shout out to Jeannie Reynolds for real. That's what
Give
I'm
you
saying.
the kick in the ass, you know?
The Reynolds really, I owe them. Not as much as I owe my parents, obviously,
Right.
because my parents really were always supportive and like whatever. But like Jeannie Reynolds and Rich Reynolds really fucking held it down, like for like pretty big moments in my life. You know, like Rich used to really like. I think we're all so tight because Rich would notice that we were all hanging out at the jam, like the younger guys, and be like, you guys want to go drive around downtown Toronto and fuck with people? And we would go drive around, all of us in the van while Rich Reynolds is driving around. We'd be like, yo, drop your wallet. Someone would look and we'd be like, ah, and then Rich would drive off, you know? And like that, I think like Garrett's parents definitely hold, those two big moments in my life.
Hell
you know?
yeah.
Jeannie,
Shout out
but
to the
I always
Reynolds.
say Jeannie fucking, she hit me hard that day. Because like I said, she's always looked at me like a derelict. Like,
Right.
what the fuck are you doing? You're always the jobless one that my son's got to, you know, like I don't know
Yeah.
if she knew anything, but like I'm sure she put the pieces together.
Right.
And yeah, I remember her coming in and be like, no fucking way you did all this. Like, really? And what? And like Garrett didn't owe me anything. Not saying he was doing anything wrong by that
No, yeah.
at all. Like,
I didn't read it as that.
No, yeah.
It's just
like,
a situation.
It was just like, no, you're not understanding what you're doing. He's not understanding what, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, this has to.
She's
end.
like, you got something here. Go do it.
Yeah.
That's money.
So shout out her. But yeah, that's really the PeepGame thing started when she came in and did that.
And it's mostly online at the beginning, right? Like it's all online actually.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
what kind of like what shop front were you using? Would I know it? Shopify or some shit like that?
Big Cartel, and I got made fun of for
Big
it.
Cartel. I
Because
remember
Big
that, yeah.
Cartel was like around at the time, like the only thing. Shopify wasn't around, but years later, this app called Network App, they're pretty big, like in streetwear and stuff. I got reached out to, and they were like, "Yeah, we want you to do a drop through Network." And I was like, kind of weirded out because you have to like raise your prices 40%. That way they can make their margin. And I don't really like everything I do is pretty much for the kids. Like I think I sold this jacket at like $150 when they costed us $130.
Oh wow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, but I know nobody's gonna buy the $300 fucking Team Weed varsity jacket.
Right.
Like, I mean, they can, but like,
Not as many.
I've
people.
always been,
It's for
I've
the
always
people.
been broke, dude.
Yeah.
Like, you know, and it's like I felt. So either way, they were talking to me about raising my prices or whatever to be on. And I'm kind of entertaining the idea, and then he was like, "Oh, and you're on Shopify, right?" And I'm like, "No, I'm selling Big Cartel." And he like low key laughed at me, and I was like, "You motherfucker!" I was like, "I wasn't gonna do it anyway. Now I'm definitely not doing it, you know." But that made me switch over to Shopify. So now I'm on Shopify. But
That's interesting because I dabble here and there. I'm like, oh, we want to
Shopify's the one.
shirts and stuff.
Yeah, you go to Shopify
Yeah.
because it has a lot of built-in shit. I don't know any of the back end. That's where I really, really need help is like ads and like the back end side because I'm really good at being creative. But
But the
I
pushing
have
it
no
out-
interest in like fucking sending the emails every week. You know what I
Right.
mean? And like doing an email blast. And it's like if you don't know, you don't know.
Yeah.
But that's not good
There's
for
so
me.
much to it. Build your list. Put some money behind Facebook
Well,
ads. Like create a community. Fucking
Yeah. I
newsletter,
need
all
a
that shit.
Discord. I need
Yeah.
all that shit,
Yeah.
you know. And it's like Tombo should be the one doing the Discord, and like, or like, you know, like I've always said, like my dream really with it is like Ryder to have his own office and be like, yo, we have this shoot today, we have this shoot today. All I need you to do is like give me a guideline. I'll be, and you know, I picked
Yeah.
out the models, like whatever, because he's been around for so long that like I could trust Ryder to go do a shoot, even though like right now maybe not because he has like his own way of shit, but he knows what I like to see, you know, for the most part. And like I would love to like have Walter run the warehouse and like have Cam run the storefront at the warehouse, you know, like
Peep Game posse, man.
yeah, I mean, it's like you're not supposed to work with your friends, and I know it's like sometimes it's like, but those jobs, like, I wouldn't feel bad firing them. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like they own part of my business. It'd be like, nah, sorry, you fucking suck at this. Like, you know, like it is
Yeah.
what it is. I love you to death, but yeah, with the Peep Game shit, it's never been about money, and that's actually what little Sean and me butted heads with was he was seeing like everybody buying shit and selling out and all that, but it's like I just sold out of 40 shirts. I gotta
Yeah.
make another 100.
Right.
What do you want? You want your $300 back? I'll give you your $300 right now.
Yeah.
And it was just like, he learned, though, when he went and did his own thing, you know, and
Further.
further, yeah. But I think at that time, I don't know if you remember, when Peep Game started, everyone was trying to do something. Everyone and their mother.
Yeah.
And I love inspiring people, but it's like, it's not that
You're
easy.
still here,
It's
you
not
know?
that easy, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like, with us, it's like, BMX is our biggest haters for the most part, I would say, where they don't, inside BMX, we don't get support, but like we're out there to the outside. We're almost like, we're not like a Nigel, but like pretty much to the outside world, every streetwear owner, if they see a viral BMX clip, I get sent that shit. You know, like Zach FTP sees a fucking clip online, I get sent it. Like, you know, like,
Interesting, yeah.
so like I'm really trying to figure out how to like, we're like the weird step cousin to streetwear, but also like to BMX too at the same time, which is why I feel like, I don't know. That's why I did the Team Weed jacket though, because I wanted everybody to be like, yo, I don't know half you know, like I'm a shot caller. Like, you know what I mean? Like, not at Team Weed, but like, I could make a Team Weed post disappear. Like, if you want it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Like,
that's BMX as fuck to do a Team Weed collab.
it's the only.
bomb.
I'm the only one.
Yeah.
And like,
real.
it's like,
You've done a bunch of collabs over the years. Like I was looking at scrolling through, just like the PeepGame Cult was a cool one, where it was like the neighborhood watch design on the back of a shirt.
we got into
That was
so
money.
much shit over that because some dude used that logo in LA and he was like threatening to kill me. And I was like, pull the fuck up, dude.
Damn. Yeah.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
People are just, they think that they could just scare you. And it's just
Yeah.
like,
You took the neighborhood watch sign.
yeah.
How are you?
It was just like, whatever.
That's my thing. No, it's not.
Yeah, it was like whatever, dude. But
and
but I've realized that shit like that, in the moment you feel like you're defending yourself, but it's just better. Like the algorithm's reading it more. Like I got into beef with Jesse James over a logo, like the guy who started West Coast Choppers.
Oh, shit.
I had no idea who he was.
Yeah.
Jake Paul wore my shit in like a news report, and it was the West Coast Choppers flip. Jesse James posted, it was like, at PeepGame, I'm coming for that YouTube money, blah, 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 blah. And dude, my page was going nuts. I wish I kept that hat on sale because I probably would have made like 20 racks that day.
Yeah.
But I was so scared that I took it down and I was just like, oh, I can't do this. But I remember seeing the analytics after that and it was like, you made 250,000 impressions today. Like,
Sheesh. Yeah.
it's all good. You know what I mean? Like,
have you, obviously you're saying you ran into a little bit of trouble with it, like, because that's kind of from the beginning has been like just flipping whatever.
that's what streetwear is, though.
Yeah.
You know, I remember people used to fucking come at me and be like, make your own logo. It's like, I have 2 prominent logos that aren't typefaces.
Right.
Like other people use typefaces as their main logos. I have hand-drawn fucking 2 logos that are very,
Yeah.
like, you know what I
distinct.
mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
You have your
Like,
own shit and you also play the flip game, which is awesome.
You
Like,
have
people
to.
love the flip game.
It's the only way most people recognize, like, if you go down the street with a flip, they might be like, oh, dope Sega shirt. Oh, wait, what's it say?
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but yeah,
What's been your favorite one of all the flips? I know that's hard to choose as
honestly, the
dude,
one I'm
but-
wearing right now is this Cortez flip, because Cortez is really, really popping right now, and they're like a young, fresh brand. They've only been out for like 4 years, and nobody was about to touch this logo as a flip.
Yeah.
I had to, bro. I
Hell
was
yeah.
like, nah, I got to do this shit. And I was getting annihilated on the streetwear because these pages be posting us sometimes. So we got posted by the streetwear page, and yeah, that one, and fucking, I was getting low key annihilated. But at the same time, the top comment was the guy who made this shirt, or like the original logo. He said hard, even if he was
Hell yeah.
joking. I don't give a fuck, bro. I made that shirt for the guy to see it. You
What's
know
it
what I'm
called?
saying?
I've never
Cortez.
Cortez.
So they're like,
You put me onto the cool shit.
I
don't even
mean,
know what
you'd
it
never
is,
be
you
able to
know?
get a Cortez shirt, so it's whatever. But like, you ain't the type to be sitting online waiting for a Cortez shirt, you know. But right now they're the new ones. They're like the new Supreme. Like Supreme
Sick.
just collabed with them. So Supreme did a collab with them. This is like their box logo, pretty much, like their staple. And as soon as that shit, I was like, I gotta do one, bro, because I already had. I was like, I could just. I already knew what I was gonna do, you know. So I was like, I gotta put it out. I was like, if the pages pick it up, the pages pick it up. If not, we
Right.
tried whatever, and the pages picked it up. We didn't sell 1 million units, but
When
I
you
got
say
what I
the
want.
pages, what is it? What does that mean?
Like
Like the big websites or whatever, or the Instagram?
yeah,
accounts
just
that-
Instagrams,
yeah.
like little like streetwear like Instagrams, you
Yeah.
know, like that like I was showing like when we were on a trip like a couple months ago. I was like, yo, don't compare me to this brand because look at the page that just posted my shit. It's all Off-White, Supreme, PeepGame. This, like, you know what I mean? It's like, I don't mean to diss nobody doing this shit, but I be hearing some shit from other people like, oh, we're the Supreme of BMX, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I didn't even coin that term. When I walk into a meeting, that's what I get referred to as. And I hate it. I don't like being called that shit, to be honest with you. It's great, but like, I hear other people trying to take that shit, and it's like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, like,
I can only imagine. I'm not even in that world. It's just interesting to even think about. It's just like, what meetings are you talking about? Like, who are you? Like, it's probably so fucking much that it's like, huh, it's cool.
bro,
It's good to see.
the amount of shit I do every day. When I was trying to do this jacket with Charlie Crumlish was the funniest shit ever, because that man, I mean, I love Charlie. I think he got a real job right now, but that man was just like working for S&M in his computer trying to tell me he was busy, son. And I was just like, yo, if you, if I vlogged, man, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
it's like, it's hard to even put into words. You know what I mean? Like I like I said, I don't really be stressing if I gotta meet somebody at 10:30 in the morning because I'm like, I'm gonna be there when I be there. You know, like for the most part. You know, like you need my advice.
Fuck
you know, and I know that's gonna get read the wrong way.
Nah, who had the biggest? You know how like Lino was your mentor in BMX. Who would you say in the clothing world has been your mentor, or like a helping hand, if anything?
Me.
Hell yeah.
Nobody's help. I mean, if you really want to, these guys, if I'm stuck downtown one day with 7 bags of fucking printed stuff, and I'm like, yo, you guys getting off work at 5? I kind of need help. Or if you got off today, I need to go get zippers. Or you guys sat at the vintage wash house with me for fucking how long, and we didn't even get the meeting, right? Like they didn't even do the shit. So like I needed some jeans like washed to look like vintage wash, right? So I forget how many pairs, maybe like 50 pairs or something like that. And it was like the first time going to get this. It's a wash house. So when you walk in, when they do vintage washes like this, they got to throw them in big wash machines, and then they throw in the rocks to make a stone wash. It's literally stone wash, you know. So I was waiting for so a lot of the stuff when I get stuff manufactured, I do such small quantity that I gotta fucking get the guy that normally does that shit. Normally he's doing 10,000 pairs for somebody. I gotta be like, yo, can you slide me in with 50 pairs? And then they're like, maybe. And then they go, all right, I got you, pull up. And then you're sitting there maybe for a couple hours, though, because he's like, fuck, that one's running a little too long, blah, blah, blah. So these guys have sat there with me for hours on end. Like, even like Jaron and then all of them have sat down there in the district, like waiting outside a factory for me. Like, when the fuck's he coming out? Like, Walter, he used to help me out every single day, like running around with me. I used to call him my assistant, but he really wasn't. He was just like, whatever. But if I walked into a cut and sew factory, everybody's speaking Spanish, they're looking at me like I might be a deportation officer. I send Walter in there.
Yeah.
It's all love, bro. I get whatever I want. Oh, you got 10 pieces? Cool, yeah, we'll do it. We normally do 300 piece minimum, but we like Walter.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like...
So the homies have helped. That's it.
Yeah, I don't want to take that away from them, but yeah, I don't have like a mentor.
Yeah.
I think I help out more brands than... I think I'm more of a mentor than anyone, honestly. Like when it comes down to this shit, I always say Planet PeepGame. So like that's like if we do a trade show, like you ever hear of Complex Con?
Yeah.
So like if I ever were to do a booth, I would have like a big booth called Planet PeepGame, and then have my subsectors under it, like a Fats. Like there's this brand called Fats that Travis Scott wears, or like like I would have all these brands that I'd be helping with in my
your
world. It'd be like a block, you know what I mean? Like, and that's
what dope.
Yeah. So I always say Planet PeepGame, and like
Who are you most proud of helping though, as their helping hand? Like you're basically saying like you are connecting things, and you would have Planet PeepGame. Like who are you most proud of? Like, oh, I helped them out.
Who? That's what I'm saying. It's like all different shit though.
Long list.
Cause I be doing me and Walter. Yeah, Jerry Lorenzo, fucking wait, what?
Telling him to grab the mic.
Oh yeah, you grab the mic if you want. But yeah, nah, fucking most proud. I don't know. It's like I call myself the blue collar guy of this shit. Like I'm not. If I went to blue collar work, I'm gay. You know what I mean? I'm the what's up, guys. You know, like but like in this world, I'm the blue collar guy. Like I come in, I poke my chest out. You know what I mean? Like. I know what the fuck I'm talking about. I've been in the field. If I'm at the warehouse when they're getting my shit together and there's some guy struggling in the corner, I'm gonna help him with the boxes. You know what I mean? Most people be like, nah, I pay for that shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, nah, what the fuck you mean you pay for that shit? Like, but yeah, most proud of helping is really like I did a collab with this guy, Gecko Hawaii, which is a vintage 80s brand. He didn't get nothing out of it, but he's got a better relationship with his son because me and Walter spent the whole day down there trying to figure out what the problem was. You know what I'm saying? There's not really necessarily teaching him anything with clothes, but I was like, yo.
It's life.
I'm like, yo, I got it. Your son just wants to hang out. I know he's old, but I'm telling you, your son just needs to hang out with you. Like, you know?
Nice.
And they hang out, you know?
That feels good, dude. Fuck yeah.
But we do so much.
I like that job, by the way. When I was looking, I was like, damn, the Gecko shit is fire.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
If I would have known, I would have brought you some of that stuff because we didn't sell that much of that.
Oh, shit. I'll buy some, dude.
No, yeah. But no, they kill it. So he probably makes $100,000 a month off of Gecko, whatever. He didn't give a fuck what we did. He was just like, okay, my son likes PeepGame. I love you. Like, do whatever you want.
Nice.
I'll print your fucking 300 shirts. I'm not going to ask you for a dime.
Yeah.
Gave me 100 pairs of pants. Didn't ask me for a dime, dude. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and that's the type of guy, like, he's in Zoomies. So, like, if I had to fucking go to Zoomies and sell a pair of shoes to Zoomies to say we do a signature pair of shoes with somebody and they want to go to Zoomies, I could call Derek from fucking Gecko and be like, yo, Derek, I need a fucking interview with these people. Like, I need something, you know? And he would fucking forward me through. Pass me the shoebox, actually. You know how to blur things?
Yeah.
Pass me the shoebox. This is something we're working on.
What do we got here? Ooh.
I wear the puffy tongues, but this is a signature
So I gotta
shoe
blur
coming
this.
out.
This can't be seen.
I would prefer it. Like,
Yeah.
look at that. Look at what it says on the tongue. Can you figure it out or not? Because then you could bleep it. If anything, I'll say it. Nah, probably not.
On the outside of the tongue.
The signature.
In the cursive.
Put the initials, at least.
DS. DG.
You had it right the first time.
DS.
All right, so you're getting it warmer. Stoops. Blur, bleep that out.
Yeah. Okay.
So me and drew these up within like 3 hours.
Fuck yeah.
Like,
That's mine, dude. I love it.
he announced off at and within 3 hours we had that.
Fuck yeah.
But
Man, I want some.
But yeah, fucking don't show the soul. Actually, you're gonna blur all that shit.
Yeah,
So
it's blurred. It's top secret project.
No, you're good. You can keep. I mean, I just wanted to show you because that's like.
Yeah, I love it.
That's what we're gonna really transition into. I think. I think
yeah.
use. I love making clothes, and I always want to make fly clothes, but really the margin and the that could fund so much more shit because we want to go to Paris Fashion Week and cause a riot this year.
Fuck yeah.
Because I think, imagine if I brought Garrett to Paris for Fashion Week and like we did a jam and we brought him and we brought him and we have our crew out there pop up. But then all of a sudden, Paris now with Fashion Week, they have a street ride where it's like one of my little circus fucking things. It's like, we'll probably have 1,000 kids out there riding through Paris Fashion Week saying, Paris fashion is weak. Like, you know what I mean?
Nice.
Like,
yeah.
There's so many. I want to have a mini golf tournament, like, and really these drops, they help a little bit, but it's not like major. Like I said, I can make $100,000 on a drop in one day with the shoes. You know, I've done it. Not saying that's what we're gonna do with those, but I really want to change the game. So me and when I called, bleep.
Yeah.
When I called so and so, I hit him with the yo. I know this sounds fucking crazy, but let's do this. I'll give you half of the fucking profits. It could be life-changing money if we do it right. You know what I mean? Like, not even life-changing, but like it could make people go, oh, you know what I mean? Like, okay, he bought a car like after the shoe shop. So nobody else will get a deal like that with me in the future, but like he's taking a risk with me to do this. So he designed like the basic outer, and then I funkified it with like all those space, like techie, like spirals and the doming and like, because I was like, there's no, either way, whatever.
That's great, dude.
So that's like my whole thing with it, and then like after that will be a CK one. Like I have the design already. But that's what I want to really do because I can't drop the amount of clothes I design as much as I want to drop and as fast as I'm fucking designing them because I don't have the funds to keep doing it like that. And I really want to be able to do like fun, cool shit and represent BMX in a way that like I see it. You know what I mean? Like with that Planet PeepGame shit would be literal Brown Helms stoops from New York in a row. Everyone just hanging out in the stoops. You know what I mean? Like just like I just want to bring like, so PeepGame will always be the youthful one, and then Croteau will be the high end, like Polo Ralph Lauren and like all that type of shit.
This is the first I've heard of it. Croteau.
Yeah,
like it's not a thing yet.
No.
This is just vision. Sick, dude.
So Croteau will be like the higher end stuff, and like I want to come out. I have a rollout plan, and
nice,
like
dude. He's got the vision. He's got the vision.
So, but yeah, with the PeepGame thing, I think we need to do. There's so many people getting like there's no support in BMX, and I don't want to support like everyone in BMX, but like that kid fucking, I would love to fucking be like, you didn't work 30 years for nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, so.
Fucking be the change you want to see, dude. That's
And
awesome.
that's why everybody yells at me about shit. And it's like, dude, we just been plotting for like.
Do shit. Yeah.
I worked for Colt the whole last year. Nobody even knew. Like,
I didn't know that.
Behind the scenes.
Yeah.
Yeah. The shit got a little tighter last year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I just stayed behind the scenes.
Nice.
I don't work for them anymore, but I still help. But I just was like, let me try to help somebody for a year. And I didn't get to do what I wanted to because it's kind of hard jumping into something when like they have a full like.
Because already an existing
Exactly,
thing.
yeah. And people start, you don't know how you're rubbing people the wrong way, whatever. And it's like, I have nothing but good intention, but it's hard to be on the other side of it where it's like, imagine dealing with me after working without me for fucking 10 years,
Who the fuck is this guy?
Exactly. So, and we've done a lot. We've done.
How did that start? The cult behind the scenes.
Robbie
working?
always fucking calling me for advice and being like, yo, today it's not free. I love you, Robbie, but that's exactly how it happened. I started out with a higher number, and then I couldn't even tell you how much I got paid because I would never get a marketing job ever again if I admitted to what I got paid. You know what I mean? They'd be like, oh, you're not a marketing guy. But I love Robbie, and Robbie, like you did mention with the Cult collab, he was the first person that kind of did. Like, I obviously was making sales and selling out of the stuff I had, but he was the first one that made me think, like, oh, you want to collab with me? Like, and he, you know how Robbie does, yeah, I'll give you $13 a frame. Everybody else gets 11, like blah, blah, blah. And it's like, oh, I'm special. Like, I'm doing some cool
makes
shit.
you feel fucking
yeah, he's the
special.
best.
Yeah.
And he's been doing that to me since I'm 13 years old.
Hell
So it's
yeah.
like, I can't believe I kept falling for it. But like, Robbie's a great dude. Like, everybody who has problems with Robbie is just because they didn't take it for what it was. And they believed all the, not bullshit, but like, I have a thing where Robbie can't say no. And if you back him up in a corner, you're going to get the answer you want. You're not going to get the outcome you want. You know what I mean? So it's like, and that's everybody's problem with that, I think is that exactly that, and like, Robbie's a great dude. He throws himself into everything. Colt is on everything.
Yeah, dude.
Colt is the fucking
It
brand.
is involved.
Yes.
Yeah.
Colt is the fucking brand. Everyone can hate that all they want, whatever. It's the coolest shit, you know, and it maintains. It could be cooler, but everything could be cooler.
Right.
So yeah, I was I worked with them for last year. I don't know where that came from, but it's all like I said, I've always had like a vision.
Yeah, dude.
Because I came in.
That's rare, dude.
I came
Like,
in
not everybody
super
has a
hot
vision.
last year, like with the Colt thing, and to the point where Rob was like, "Yo, coming a little hot, yo, what's going on?" I was like, "Oh shit, okay, I'll backtrack a little
I'm juiced
bit."
up.
Yeah, not even juiced up. That's just how I always am, and it's just like, because like, dude, even like me and Morty would go on photo shoots at like last week we were at Xavier Wolf's house. We spent like 10 hours there or whatever, and like we left, and I was like, dude, I had no idea. I'm sorry. Like, I thought we were gonna be in and out. I thought he was gonna be rushing us out of the house. He's like, oh no, dude, that was more of a meeting. I knew what I was getting into with you. He's like, you just set him up for the whole year, like whatever. Which he just got canceled, so I don't know. But
Xavier did?
yeah, it's unfortunate. That's just, life is crazy. But yeah, I've just always like, that's my problem is like, ideas come, like you can do it, but it's the execution.
Yeah.
I could give you 1,000,001 ideas, but I'm not going to help you execute 1,000,001 ideas. You
Right.
better fucking write down the ones that stand out to you, and then I can help you execute the shit, but like, I'm not doing all that.
Yeah. I love this so much because one of the questions I wanted to ask is like, what's the vision for the future of PeepGame? But you kind of just laid out a whole bunch of shit. But like, what would you say is the next step for PeepGame? Like, where are you
Figuring
at now,
out-
and what's gonna come out?
Figuring out the YouTube, trying to build an audience because we, like I said, we do film so much. I didn't come in filming just because I didn't want to like encroach on your space, but like normally I'd be walking with like the fisheye and just to have as documentation, whatever. But more in the YouTube, I would like to grow my YouTube up, and like I think that's really the only way out for anyone anymore. Like, I think we built up such a essence within bike riding that can't be changed. Like, whoever's in it kind of has their own opinion on us right now. And then within streetwear, like I said, it's not about being known. We're known when we pull up PeepGame. Like, you know what I mean? It's like, all right, how do we become now when we pull up, fucking 30% of them are in PeepGame shirts or, like that's like, And I really do think it's bringing it back to like showing off what we do. Like, because we do 100 times more than anyone.
Yeah.
Like Jones was in BMX for how long? Like 6 months or something.
The soda company?
We fucking helped them get into Circle K. We did
Wild.
the whole ad campaign for them on the low. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, just us.
Yeah. That's crazy.
You could never Jones Soda without me. We went to Tesla. I was at Tesla doing demos for 2 days. Asked Preston, Richie, Devin, all them for Colt. Colt was supposed to be co-sponsored by Jones this whole year. Robbie asked me, what should we say we want from them? Because I was on my way out. I said $50,000. He laughed. I said, what do you mean? They fucking said they had it for us when I was at the last.
Yeah. Shit.
You could bleep out whatever you want, but
Yeah.
I really don't care.
I'm gonna bleep out the name, and that's about it. Dude.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I don't really care about like none of that shit because it's all coming from a place of like I love this shit and like I yell at people because I comment on your videos because I want to see more. You know what I mean?
Fuck
like
yeah.
I'm like that was like I said, one of the first questions I was gonna ask you is why you even do it? Like, you know what I mean? Like, what's the fucking point? You know? And then it was funny because the first thing you said is I have sponsors for this fucking thing now. And I swear not that I had anything to do with that, but like I swear I played that out in my head. It's the same way that we're sitting here right now. Because I was literally watching the Scott Marceau podcast and being like, I would do one, but I wouldn't do one over Zoom.
Over Zoom, yeah.
And then you texted me in the morning when I'm fucking coming off my week-long isolation.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm in town. Do you want to do a podcast? I'm like, this kid's never even introduced himself to me.
I should have said, hi, I'm Bobby.
No, I don't care. I've commented like we know each other for years, so it don't matter. I took the big bro role on that one, but I did know that I was like, I've been fucking 5 feet from this kid and he's never said hi to me. But then I was like, I don't think he even knows who I am. Like, you know,
I've known who you are since I was 18, dude. Since I was 17.
Watch out for this kid. No, but yeah, fucking with the PeepGame shit, I know we're all over the place. We probably skipped a ton of shit, like deadline premieres. Like, me and Augie were out there finding the venues for the deadline premieres. Like, I had to go to a meeting at Vans to get the Vans one, and then I wound up being kicked out of the Vans fucking premiere. And like, because I was on Vans, but then I lit a joint inside because I was like, this is my day. Like,
that's a fun story. Shit.
I mean, it wasn't like anything. I didn't really think of anything. They said they kicked me out. I stood by the door and finished my spliff and then walked right back in and signed autographs.
Yeah.
Like, whatever. Sauce made it seem like I'm crazy. But yeah, we missed, probably, that's all like little shit. You know, it's not little shit, it's big, important shit. But like, we did a real rollout. We had what I mean? We did a real rollout. And like, with the PeepGame DVD, quote unquote, after we build up this YouTube this year, my goal is to have a premiere at a bowling alley so that everybody could fucking watch the whole thing, you know, and like fucking,
That's interesting. A premiere at a bowling alley.
I know somebody's going to take that.
Yeah, I'm
but
going to
whatever.
take that, bro. That's money.
I mean, hey, it is what it is. I like giving ideas. Just give me my credit, I guess. But no, we'll have a. Hopefully, it'll be like presented by somebody. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to do a rinky-dink shit and like.
That's how I feel about premieres. Like, if you're gonna do it, I mean, there's a time and a place, but like, that's your special night. You got to make it
So
count.
that's one of the things I'd like to do this year. I'd like to go to Fashion Week in Paris. These are all like big goals, and I'm like dealing with it while I'm dealing with the cancer shit. But like, it is what it is. Yeah. Like
we can't just brush over the cancer.
No, okay. I got thyroid cancer. I got surgery. I was radioactive last week. Now I'm here doing the podcast.
Hell yeah.
We'll be fine.
What's the status? Is it gone? Like,
we don't know. That's why I took the pill, and then I go on Monday to go through some fucking scan. I don't know.
Figure it out. Cool.
It is what it is. I told you. I said everybody screams fuck cancer. No, it's fuck the government. Why does everybody have cancer? Because I said, when I was a kid, if you had cancer, you were pretty much an AIDS fucking person, and you were on death row. Now it's so like, oh, you got that one. That one's common. You'll be fine. You're here.
Yeah.
And it's like,
what?
Yeah. So that's the only thing with that. But yeah, so dealing with that, and then on the streetwear side of things, I really, really want to make like my own complex con, but it's a golf tournament, like mini golf tournament.
Sick.
So like invite my top brands that I like look up to and like, you know, want to be in the mix with, and like do that, and like have like a day for friends and family, have a competition between all the big brands for like 10 grand or something. And then the next 2 days we all make money at like our booths,
dude.
you know. That's like a big thing. And I hate like throwing out ideas like this because I feel like once you throw them out, you're like, you feel like you did them. But
Right.
I know I have to do these things.
That's a good attitude
you know?
to have. Yeah.
I have to do these things.
So many people just get off on talking about shit and then never doing it.
It
you know?
eats at me because I've had the golf tournament idea for fucking 2 years. I've had the shoes idea for 4 years. You know what I mean? Like all this
Well,
shit.
the
And it's
shoes are
just
coming
like,
together, huh?
that's even taking longer than expected. But I think everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. Like,
There's always I feel like there's so many unseen logistical hurdles that you have to hop over. Like whether it's,
I mean, one is like having money for the samples. Like that's another reason why I fuck with this kid so much is like he split the samples with me.
hell yeah.
You know what I mean? Like offered to pay for half the sample. I'm like, I ain't got it like that right now, but for the second pair of samples, blah, blah, blah,
Yeah.
I'll split it with you.
Hell
like,
yeah.
See, fucking
He's-
commendable.
he's the
You know,
best
and I
fucking guy.
spent and it was funny because we spent a week up in Tahoe together on a Jones cult trip. And I was fucking losing my mind on the Jones kid the whole week. Like, just kid's off his fucking rocker. And I thought I ruined my shit with by just like being like kind of on edge. But like we got closer, you know?
Yeah.
Don't bleep his name out of that
Right.
one too.
Yeah,
But
he's the homie, dude.
yeah, so like we got closer through that because he was just more or less like, no, he handles. Because
Yeah.
I was up till fucking 4 every day and waking up at 7 every day because we had to be out of the house and I had to put together demos and I had to figure out what shots we had to take and I had to figure out all this shit because the guy who said he was my partner is a fucking hack. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck, dude. Like, but I don't mind doing that shit. I'd rather be in control, but I didn't have time on that shit.
Right.
So, but like I said, that really showed my work ethic to who I'm working with, though.
Hell yeah.
So everything happens for a reason.
Yeah, dude.
Everything happens for a reason.
Wild. What's your biggest challenge right now with PeepGame?
Growing, maybe, but I really think the shoes are gonna help with that. Like, not like help, but like it'll. You know how I was saying BMX kind of like acknowledges us, but we're like kind of a weird like black sheep or whatever.
Yeah.
We're like, I think that'll maybe. Oh, he does love us. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like.
yeah.
Not that I'm looking for any type of fucking approval from anybody because I don't need validation from anyone. Everybody who knows anything in bike riding knows that I'm involved in everything. Like Chad Curley got his shoe because I texted him. I said, you better text that motherfucker and ask for a colorway. He said, I don't really ask for things. I said, well, closed mouths don't get fed, motherfucker. He's in LA today. Hour later, I'm going to a meeting.
Hell yeah.
I should have been at that meeting because that's why his name doesn't say on the shoe. But live and learn.
Nevertheless, yeah.
You live and learn, you know? But yeah, fucking, that's really what the, damn, it's 3 o'clock already?
Yeah, I'm just checking my notes. We're
Oh,
chilling.
shit.
Yeah.
I just feel bad because
Unless
they
you
want to
gotta go.
ride.
Yeah,
Where are they?
riders got to ride.
Can you see if Crank Flipper's coming out? But yeah, fucking, so yeah, that's really the holdup with PeepGame. It's just like funds and like, just like moving, and then like I said, the cancer thing's been kind of hard, just because you get like
How long's that been going on?
like a year and a half or something. But it's just like staying on top of because I'm going through the system. I don't have insurance. I mean, I do have insurance, but it's all through California, which is another thing. God bless. If I was making a killing this year, I wouldn't have been able to get that. And then
Interesting, yeah.
life
Fucking
is
A.
crazy.
Yeah.
Life is crazy. So yeah, it's so yeah, it's just been it's even this past week being in isolation, like I said, the one thing I did the Xavier collab and then the next week he's canceled. Yeah. My business partner on the blanks was just like, bro, your roller coaster ride is unbelievable. He's like, it's fucking crazy. He's like, sometimes I gotta remember that you don't lie. He's like, he's gotta check himself. Like, no, this really happened.
Yeah.
Like, but
Wild as fuck.
but that's always been my life too. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like it's just always been like I've always gotten caught
Chaos,
for everything.
but just keep pushing.
You have to.
Yeah.
You have to.
So, yeah, what keeps you? I mean, that's some fucking esoteric question. Shit,
I know.
But what keeps you motivated? Where's all this drive?
Because I
come
know
from for
so
you?
many people want to see me give up.
Hell yeah, that's pretty good.
I
drive.
know
Yeah.
so many people would love to see me just be like, I'm over it. I got a job.
Yeah.
Like even you know how Ryder works for that company?
Mm-hmm.
Like they needed real professional photos for the shit, right? For like ads or something, just like moving stuff. And my girl wound up taking them because she's a photographer. And Roy was like, hey, Steve, why don't you get into photos? I said, Roy, you know how many people would die to see that photo? I was like, Roy, I love you, Roy, but I was like, that fucking photo. He was like, not. He was like so confused. I'm like, you have no idea. That photo is what they're waiting for, bro.
Yep.
So that is it.
That's good. That's
You
good
know?
motivation, man.
I've never had, and that's another thing with my parents. I never made no money, and every time I fucking, you know, like I'll go through it a little bit where I'm just like, man, this shit is hard. They're like, bro, it's been 20 years of you just pushing and pushing and pushing. Just keep pushing.
That's it.
You know, like it is what it is. And I always try to tell everybody that goes through their little depressed stage, it's like, get out of the house, do something, or be productive in your house. But you got to do something. You can't keep watching YouTube. You can't keep listening to the same fucking depressing songs.
That shit's a trap.
Love but feeling sad is nice sometimes. You know what I mean? Crying sometimes, I don't know why, but it feels good. Like not just like over something, just like, why did that make me feel like that? Where I'm crying, and you want to cry a little bit more, but you still got to get out of it. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you still got to take away from that. Like, oh, I really like that song, actually. Like, I cried my eyes out the other day. Tupac For the Love or whatever came on, and I made a Gabe video to that shit. And every time I listen to that fucking song, I always forget how much I bawl. You know what I mean? But I was like, I want to.
Yeah,
like,
dude.
you know what I mean? I want to cry for
Yeah,
Gabe right now. You know what I mean? Like, it's just...
That's super real. Yeah.
You know, like, I knew what I was doing when I clicked that video, you know? But I wanted to. I was like, I miss you, bro. Like, you know.
Fucking, it's good to feel those things. I've done
and
my
he
fair
would
share
be
of good
disappointed
crying.
if I gave up, because we fought over the dumbest shit. Like, I ain't repping PeepGame. Like, I know you made a killing. I'd be like, yo, I could barely afford a bowl of chili for you right now, bro. I'll buy it for you, but like, you know, and he was never asking for nothing. But it was just, you know, you get those thoughts sometimes when you got other people saying some shit, you know?
Yeah.
And but yeah, nah, he would kill me. He would kill me if I gave up, bro. Especially like all the shit he's seen me go through. So that's another one.
Fuck yeah, Steve. Let's go, dude. Rest in peace, Gabe. Man.
Nah, Gabe is the truth, bro. And I hear like people bringing up his name so that they can connect with gang members and shit and all that shit right now. And it's just like, you're a piece of shit, you dirty piece of shit.
Yeah.
You know, like you fucking.
Man, I was 20 years old at that house in Long Beach, and Gabe pulls up every morning at like.
Oh, I could only imagine him
7:30
around
already.
Adam, bro. I could only imagine.
Yeah, I don't even know, but I remember I'm filming him from behind the couch. He turns around and just does this to me, and I was like,
Nah.
"Oh my god, dude!" So scary.
He's another one where everyone knows how to play the game, right? You know what I mean? So Gabe was a different person around me and Augie than he was around everybody else.
I can see
you
that.
You know what I'm saying? So I could only imagine him in a room full of you guys.
Yeah, he was entertaining as hell. I'll tell you that. He was the shit.
The show was being put on.
Yeah, the Gabe Brooks show was nice. I liked it.
I couldn't handle it.
You know, I got to know him a little bit when we were filming The Lion, and like he was taking forever to do a bunny hop bar, but I was sticking with him. And then everybody
bar
else,
spins. This is fucking.
Everybody ran away and started writing something else, but me and Gabe got to kick it for like an hour.
This is fucking kryptonite.
You know? Yeah,
this is fucking kryptonite right there, bro.
But the thing is, like, he didn't get worked up. He wasn't mad. He was just like, "Thank you for sticking with me. I just got to keep trying."
Because that's the type of person he is. So he was like, "Yo, bro, it's my boy."
Yes.
You know, like that's. Gabe is the truth. His son is going to be a professional football player. Like, he's like a top prospect right now.
Wow, nice.
Dylan Bruce. Fuck, I forget the team, but we went to his game. Snoop Dogg's, the guy who used to narrate Snoop Dogg's fucking CDs and shit. He's like the announcer of his games. It's a Snoop Dogg league. He kills him, bro. I forget I don't know nothing about sports.
Yeah.
I think he might be a wide receiver. I might get made fun of for saying that, but like, he's nice, bro. He's nice.
Yeah.
Like, he got.
Carry the torch, man.
Yeah,
it's in the blood.
Dylan
Bruce, fucking
Bruce,
special.
Dylan Bruce, he's the truth, bro. He's the funniest. He was coming out riding with us a lot, but he's got a lot riding on the line. He can't be out every day. Riding bikes, you know.
I was amazed at like how much life Gabe had outside of BMX. Like he would show up and he's already been awake for hours and has so much other shit going on, but then he'd come film with us. But he's navigating everything, you know.
We used to
pretty great.
Yeah, we used to wake up to him literally on the porch already on the couch. He'd be like, "What up?" I'm like, "Why did you just knock on the door?" It's like, I knew y'all'd come out here. You know, like
yeah, dude.
Gabe is the best.
Yeah.
Gabe is the best. But yeah, with the PeepGame shit, what keeps me going is shit like that. People praying on my downfall. Having too much creative shit going on, honestly. Like every new person that comes into my life to help me with anything, they just like we got this kid Andy right now that's been helping me with the print shop YouTube and all that shit. And that doesn't mean it's like about printing. I do interviews. It's like more of a culture thing. So I like work with a lot of the brands we work with and give their backstory. It's like an old hype beast type vibe, but he's always just like, bro, it's unbelievable how many people you know. It's like unbelievable how much shit like, because he'll get stuck with me because I don't drive. So if we're going on the way somewhere and I get a phone call and it's something about Adam LZ fucking needing a new head designer, and I'm getting the job offer and I'm like not making no fucking, I'm not really responding. He's just like, that was a big deal. I'm like, yeah, but it was through this guy. So hold your horses. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know how many phone calls I get like that a day, you know? Like, who knows, you know? But yeah, it's just, I'm busy every single day. I'm super, super busy. I'm very hands-on with the brand. I need to be less hands-on with like printing and like shit like that, but we're getting out of it. We're getting out of that process, and we're gonna hopefully be focusing more on the stuff that I like to do, like marketing and designing and putting the shit together and like making a change.
Yeah.
You know, and like I said, I don't just go out representing this shit for no fucking reason. It's what makes us different from everybody else in the world. Like I said, you can't throw a pin at a fucking map, land somewhere, and then have friends there already, bro. Like just through this shit.
BMX, baby.
Just through this shit. And and I think why I learned that was because my mom and dad used to yell at me so much about getting paid from the riding, but then they'd be like, how do you know everyone?
Yeah.
How are you in Kentucky? Why are you in somebody's house in Kentucky?
That's relatable as fuck, dude.
You know what I'm saying?
Dad says, Robert, why aren't you getting paid? Why don't you stop it? I'm like, there's...
And that's why they always let people stay at my crib, though, too, because they were like, God forbid you're in fucking Tucson, Arizona, and can't get a room to stay. Hopefully you got somebody out there that'll reciprocate, well, you know. And that's really the main point with this shit, with the bike riding shit, is like that I really want to get through to people is how cool the culture is.
Fuck yeah.
Because we go out on a Sunday. It's 3 o'clock right now. Like, we're going to meet up with Crank Flipper Tom, right? We'll probably get, what, 2? Oh, actually, it's darker. It's going to get darker later today. That's what's up.
Dude. We got more
All right,
time.
cool. So we'll get a couple hours in. But really, what we film? 1, 2 tricks, really? You know what I mean? And then I got to figure out what was the funny shit that we were talking about so I could sneak in, you know what I mean?
Yep.
Because that's really what my YouTube is going to be like. It's just going to be like...
I wanted to ask you, like, specifically, you said grow to the YouTube. What do you think is going to be...
I think what I'm good at is being up on the new, like, music, like just being stuck on a song for a week, but never having a reason for it. I think I should just... Another thing, I don't want to fucking keep giving my ideas out there, but I really just think I need to pick a song and just fucking make a vibey mix to it every week, call it a day, and move on with my life. And then that's it. And just dump the shit and let the algorithm pick it up as it is.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Like, I can't be stuck there being like, oh, now I got to make the short and the clip this and this clip that. And it's like... And then if I get stuck making a 10-minute video where I'm trying to tell a story, that's going to take me 4 days to compile the footage. Yeah. Nah, I need to fucking get the feeling, get the song, get it out of my life, move on to next week.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what I like doing. I like visualizers, you know. That's why I've made 150 fucking promo videos for PeepGame. Yeah. You know? So
and the people love them, man. You got to keep the promo videos coming.
No, I have to. And you know what I realized? This is one big thing I used to tell Robbie last year. I'm like, people forget so easy, bro. You got to ram this shit down their throat. Like,
constantly.
Because he's got the clubhouse over there. So I'm like, yo, you need to be posting that at the clubhouse open every day. Like, because kids forget, bro. You forget that kids forget. So
yeah. Well, they already scrolled past whatever the hell it is, you know?
Yeah, it's hard to be fighting with people over shit like that because it's like, well, if you don't care, then I don't care. But at the same time, like, I'm telling you, this is how the only way to work, bro. Like, you know? Yeah. So I got to take my own advice with certain things, you know? Because I always try to be the cool guy and be like, nah, my peers is Supreme, FTP, all these top tier dudes. But it's like, well, I have a different perspective on things because those dudes try to hide themselves. I'm out in the open and they're the ones coming outside to come get me for the venue and having to meet their friends now and blah, blah, blah. Like, you know, like the same thing as Garrett. Yeah. Garrett was mad elusive, but every time we go to a skate park, the little homies come up to me and be like, yo, Steve, then you get a photo of me and Gary, you think he'll take a photo? I'm like, yo, go talk to him. Yeah. He's not scary, bro. Like, you know, like, and I've always been like that, like connector, you know? Yeah. So that's really with PeepGame. I want to finish the fucking video, but have a reason to finish the video this year. Because if I'm not on the YouTube, you can kick my ass, whatever. But that's really, the goal is YouTube, growing the shit with the YouTube, getting this kid a car. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yep. Going to Paris Fashion Week.
Fucking A.
And then fucking having Topgolf sponsor our mini golf tournament. I'm going to put that out there. Fuck it. Because I have been plotting on the Topgolf shit, but
hell yeah,
we're not ready for that yet.
It's crazy. Man, but just thinking about everything that you have to do. Not only do you have to like create a clothing company, you also got to create the content of the team riding, and then you got to edit the content. You got to.
It's not really team riding though. You know what I mean?
Yeah, weird words. The homies riding, like promo videos and all that. But like,
but that stuff is like if I have it
thing, and then become your own media company.
So you can ask these guys though. But like when we go out, like I pretty much know what the fuck I'm gonna shoot, and it's like yeah, I'm scramble brain, but they've gotten it to the point where it's like. This shit's gonna be heat regardless if it's 5 seconds or fucking 30, and Steve's gonna do his thing and he knows what he wants.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So and I don't want them looking like retards.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean? I want them looking cool, like, you know, like so it's like
are you still gonna do the VHS aesthetic? Or go back to
so many people bit that we've been just strictly filming on the iPhone.
Fuck yeah.
So I went back to like I got a depth lens on the iPhone. Like
Nice.
I just go opposite of whatever everybody's doing. Like
I think that's the move right now.
but then it always comes back to what we're doing. It's like it is what it is, and I swear that it's a spiritual warfare out here. But like, devil ain't gonna get me, bro. Like, I'm gonna keep doing what I do, like, and I'm gonna keep pushing. Like, I've caught Swaggy P fucking DM me yesterday. I heard you working. Let's work. Swaggy P, go suck the fuck out of here.
Who's Swaggy P?
Isn't he a Laker? Yeah, he's a Laker. I don't know.
Shit, cool.
Let's work. That just means he's trying to get some money for some promo where I don't need that shit, bro. We got people who ride bikes that are stars of movies right now. Brandon Pereira, he rides bikes. He's a star of the new Twisters film. You ever watch that movie Nope?
Yeah.
You know the Fry's guy? The guy that worked at Fry's Electronics? Yeah. He could truck drive a 10-stair, bro.
Hell yeah.
He's been in our lookbook, so I don't just use random people for our lookbooks.
Yeah.
They got to be tied in somehow.
Dope.
You know? So it's like, but this is all deep that when the 20-year PeepGame book comes out, that's when we'll start making real money. You know what I mean? Like, it took Supreme 25 years to start for y'all to know about them.
Yep.
And they paid for everything we do on the regular.
Yep.
You know? So it's like,
as fuck.
That's another thing that why I want to be big on the YouTube. Not big, but like really push it out there is just to show like the authenticity. I feel like people within BMX, they've conjured up such a picture in their brain about PeepGame that they think it is all just photo shoots. They don't know we're really out here for 10 hours every Sunday.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? Like they don't know when somebody's about to commit suicide in the group chat that we all go. You know what I'm saying? Like, so
there's more to it. There usually is, you know, and that's good to hear.
Yeah, and I just want to show that shit off. Like, you know, like I believe like there's no storytelling in bike riding right now. And that's everybody's wondering why this shit's not working. There's no storytelling. The biggest storytelling is Swamp Fest, and it just means like, oh, you want to go get a bottle rocket to the eye? You know what I mean? Like, hey, and that's not distant. No, I love what Trey is doing.
Yeah.
But it ain't for me. I wanted to make shirts that said I survived Swamp Fest with me just sitting on the couch this year. You know what I mean? Like, thank God I didn't go. Austin Prendergast, fucking Panzer's filming got knocked out the first day. That's who Marceau was talking about.
Damn.
I don't know why he was acting like it was a big secret.
Yeah.
Got knocked out.
Damn.
He didn't want to go back in. He said, nah, you're on your own, Panzer.
Yeah.
You know, I would say the same thing.
Yeah.
That's who you should have on. You should have
Panzer?
Panzer. Or you should have Panzer then Billy or Billy then Panzer.
Fuck yeah. Wait. Oh, there's beef there, huh?
I don't know.
I don't know.
You should have Panzer then Billy or Billy then Panzer.
Deal.
It'd be just cool for their fans, I think.
Yeah.
I think they would both be doing it. And Billy just got married. Panzer's another workaholic. Like, he don't stop. He's more my pace. So I help him with his Banshee graphics. I normally wouldn't do that, but it takes me like 2 hours every time he needs it. So I'm like, fuck it, dude. Send me the bread. I'll fucking do the shit. It's the easiest person to work with. Everybody, whatever. But yeah, so
super nice dude. I've only bumped into him a couple of times.
He's a pain in the ass if you fucking don't know how to like deal with him. But it's just like
he did it.
He works,
he
bro.
He became his own media company, which is like
He's still got a lot of work to do. We have some plans, but
hell yeah, man, you're the visionary. You're the connector. I love it. I genuinely mean it. I think PeepGame's gonna do big things, and it's cool to see you at the helm. Like, especially getting to talk to you like this. It's fucking nice to get the.
I'm super. Dude, I'm telling you, I woke up to that text message the other day in isolation, and I was just like, bro, like I said, every time I put on the podcast, I always have that same thought. But since I just had watched it the day before, the Marceau one, I was just like, it'd be cool to get one in, but I don't know with that Zoom shit, bro. Because the Black Man one is the funniest. I'm so glad you did the Black Man one Zoom, because in person, that would have been bad. He would have got you kicked out the spot, like, you know, like.
Yeah.
The black man one is hilarious, and he couldn't have done an RBMX one because Fudge would have been like, "Whoa, what are you talking about? We gotta bleep that out." Blah blah. Like, no, dude, I want to hear about the fucking ESPN fucking booty hole shit. No homo. You know what I mean? Like we all had that
as soon
conspiracy.
As he said, "Bitch ass Edwin, bitch ass not."
That's how. Yo, he's been calling him.
Yeah,
nah, that's
what
a
I
term of
figured out.
endearment.
Yeah, exactly.
That ain't nothing. Like that's why nobody gets bent
It was
about
just
it.
so cool to hear. You know?
If he said "bitch ass Steve," I would have been happy. I would have been like, "Yo, cool, finally."
Yep.
You know what I mean? But
Agreed.
but yeah, I like what you're doing. I think I'm glad you got the sponsors too, because now hopefully you have some more motivation to do this shit a little bit more. I could say, I think you've gotten this notes before, but like a little bit more research. You know what I mean? And maybe I think that what you should do with that is like, say you're talking to me today, you should have hit up Garrett.
I did.
Okay,
Yeah,
see, there
I
you
hit
go.
up several people.
More of that type of stuff,
Yeah.
like almost epically later, like how he does his,
Yeah.
but his is all on camera where they talk about it leading up to it.
Right.
But I think you'll get more information than you searching the internet, just trying to find out.
Big time,
And you could always, now you have my number, you know.
And it's crazy how small BMX is because like everybody knows, everybody's connected. Like I've always been just one person away from you for 20 years. You know, it's
Literally 5 feet.
Yeah.
But yeah, between me and Eddie, I'm sure you get any answer out.
Yeah.
From all
So
the
sick.
generations.
The BMX nerd.
Eddie's the closest thing I would say to like a me.
Yeah.
You know
He's
what I
a
mean?
connector.
Yeah, he
Love
just
it.
wasn't born in New York.
Yeah. Dude.
If he was born in New York, me and Eddie would fucking be
Be the
bumping
same
heads.
exact person, yeah.
We would hate each other. But since we're
It's
born
crazy
on
how
separate,
like a geographic location can shape your personality. Like New
Well, he's
Yorkers
just
are
so
just
chill.
strong, dude. Like strong, bold personalities. You know.
he's just so like lax that
Eddie's
like
way West Coast.
yes.
But he's a connector.
So like
man.
when I get a little like, what do you mean? He'll be like, whatever, bro. Like instead of like trying to like bark back, he'll just be like, whatever. I'm not even dealing with this shit, you know. And that's like that's what I need though.
Yeah.
Because the only person I do that for is for Augie.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
He's
be
more
like,
East Coast. Augie's more East Coast than you.
No, he's just more of a fucking little pit bull where he'll be like,
Yeah.
fucking rip your head off. And it's like, I'd rather fight than do this right now. And I'm not going to throw the first punch on you, Augie, because I know you don't want to fight. Like,
Yeah.
I know you'd rather just fucking yell at me because you've never seen anybody yell at me. So it is what it is. But he's the only one that I'll be like, all right, Augie, you're fucking right, whatever.
That's
But yeah, no, I don't
This
know
has
if
been
you're trying
great.
to wrap out.
Yeah, no, we'll wrap it up, but before we do that, there's the staples. You might know them. You've listened to the show, but what would you say is your proudest moment in your BMX career? Probably riding wise.
Making it to here.
Making it to Cali?
Yeah, just to this point. I mean, not to Cali, fuck Cali, but making it to like
Still being in it.
like having everybody fucking be like, oh, Steve-O this, Steve-O that, Steve-O this for 20 years to now when my name gets brought up, it's like, that's my uncle, bro. Like he been helping me for fucking 20 years. What the fuck? Because a long time when the Ride BMX reigns and all that shit, it was he said, she said, Fudge is out there, yeah, he's a piece of shit kid, blah, blah, blah. I don't know what he would say, but, you know, follow the leader, follow blah, blah, blah. And nobody really knew nothing, you know? And then you got Z defending me. I love you, Z, but that's no good. He ain't gonna, who, you know what I mean? Who's Z poking his chest out to, you know? So I think that's the biggest part. What?
I love you, see, but that's no good. That's hilarious. 'Cause
No, it's true.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, who's he? He's gonna fucking stare, be like, well, and yeah, I
Talk
like
about
him.
goats though, Z. Anyway,
But yeah, no, just getting to this point, to the point
that's
where
a good
it's
thing
like
to be proud of.
when I'm in a room with John Pova and fucking Robbie Morales, they're listening to me. You know what I mean? Like, and being able to be like, no, Fudge, you're a fucking idiot, but still defending him for doing stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
he's doing shit at the end of the day. I
oh,
love
dude,
that.
ask
Yeah.
anyone. I'll be like, he drives me crazy, but I got to give it to him.
Yep.
He's the only one trying, but don't let him fool you. There's a reason why he's trying.
Yeah.
He's building up that YouTube channel nice.
Yeah.
Like, he could say, oh, I barely make this, I barely make that, which is fine.
Yeah.
He makes a living. His
Oh,
wife
yeah.
wouldn't let him do that shit if he didn't.
Yeah. I love it because I had no idea, and then I kind of heard rumblings of like how Fudger's a producer, like he's making shit happen and good numbers, and it's
He
like,
wouldn't
oh,
take it that
sick,
serious if
you know?
it wasn't
exactly.
back end.
So-
So I hate that he plays that role. But hey, I get what he's doing because his best friends are putting up GoFundMes and stuff like that. So he don't want to be, you know what I'm saying? He don't want to be the one to be like, oh, fuck, I have been doing this and that, you know.
Yeah.
It is what it is. I get it. But that, but yeah,
about-
making it to this part.
It's a good thing to be proud of. How about scariest moment on the bike? In your You've been through a fuckload.
Scariest.
I guess
scariest.
specifically, I would say like just what trick did you
No,
have
I
to
know what
push
you
yourself
meant.
through?
I meant.
Yeah.
There's been a lot, bro. Pretty much everything. I don't ever like warm up. Like if that crooked on the curve rail and deadline, like that wasn't
Yeah.
scary, but like I only did that one time.
It was a send.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't double peg the rail. You know what I mean? Like,
Did you get that first tee?
yeah, I had to because I
Fuck
rolled
yeah.
my ankle the first time we went, and I was like, oh, I just have to stand over it, and then it worked, and I was like, oh shit, middle of the day, classes are getting let out, like
Did it?
probably smoked
Your
like two
peg
splits.
comes so close to
Oh,
coming
dude,
off, dude. It's fucking sick.
And that's Garrett. That's Garrett's madness too. Like he's the only one that could be like, yo, you want to do that crick today? And it's like, you motherfucker. Like, you know, like, yeah, fuck, let's go.
Yeah.
And then I sit there for an hour smoking cigs or smoking a
They were
spliff.
telling me about this, dude. Tony and Garrett, I got to hang out with them recently, and they were talking about your process, and it was so fucking funny, dude. Just fucking getting, they like imitated you, and like, I just smoking,
Really?
chain smoking cigs, and all right, let's do it, type shit. I'm like, let's go.
You gotta
dude. That's
visualize
legendary.
it, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it's the same thing as coming on the podcast, sitting here with you instead of being on Zoom. You gotta
Yep.
visualize it. You
Gotta
know?
see it.
Like I had the whole podcast in my head already. I did this in the shower yesterday.
Hell yeah.
You know, like but
What about scariest moment off the bike?
what do you mean?
Like running into some people you shouldn't have fucked with, or being in some bad part of town.
Pulling
or-
up to Spam is the only one who will remember this. But some kid like came out his face. He like that means like go like he was just being crazy tough for no reason over the phone. And he
Thank
said,
you for explaining.
Yeah, and he said pull up to his block or something. I was like, bet we'll be there. Me and Spam pull up, just us, 2 people. Son, 30 kids walk out the house, right? I'm like, no fucking way, right? The dad throws him a baseball bat. I'm like, no fucking way, bro. I'm like, no way this is going down. Luckily, it went down, but they were all pussies. So, like, I got hit with the bat, but when the kid swung it, you could tell he was like, I'm really about to hit this guy with the bat right now. So he, like, checked me, and then I fucking hit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was but that I almost shit myself when I seen the bat toss and the kid caught it, and I was like,
Oh,
I looked at
fuck.
Spam, and Spam already had his hands behind his back going, hit me. He was one of those kids like,
Damn,
all
yeah.
right, hit me, and then I'll go. It's like, I don't
Yeah.
want to be hit first. I'm going to hit you first. Like, but that time I had gotten hit first because I'm trying to talk myself out of it. I'm like, yo, y'all got 30 heads. Like, y'all call me for the one-on-one, and then all of a sudden his brother comes out, hits me in the side. I'm like, all right, it's on. Like, all right, you know what I mean? Like, whatever. But maybe that was probably one of the
Yeah, it's a
scariest
little
moments
spooky.
off
Yeah,
the bike. I
fucking
got
yeah.
pepper sprayed one time. There's mad stories, bro. But
I bet. We'll have to do another one and just talk about wild stories. All right, that's good. Proudest, scaredest, fucking, I guess, favorite spot.
Brooklyn Banks, fuck it.
Fuck yeah.
At the time, no, but like for something that like was so iconic and like actually not a plaza, but a plaza,
Yes.
Brooklyn Banks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's about it for that. People to watch out for, I have no idea. PeepGame crew. That
Game
kid
Posse.
Ison from Bottle Kids.
Yeah.
Ison.
Sick.
I like Ison. Preston.
Oh, Kurt?
Oker.
Yep.
Opposite style of what I like, but
So sick, though. Yeah. He's fun to watch, dude. Him and
he's still learning. That's why. Like,
yeah.
he manual 180 barred over his spine. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's something.
He doesn't bar spin.
Yeah.
You know, those are kids to look out for. Top 5 of all time.
Hold on, we'll get to Mount Rushmore.
Okay.
That's the last one. The one that just came up recently was like, can you name a rider that's right foot forward and spins to the right? A pro
Right
established
foot
rider.
forward, spins to the right.
Yeah.
Trent Lutz.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
Damn. Mystery solved. Me and
Stupid
Mastroni
asses.
did it, and we couldn't figure out a single
is
one.
fucking proud. What does he do now?
He's a delivery driver in vans. Like he drives vans.
Like a real job?
Yeah,
Not
like
like
a real
Uber
job.
Eats?
Yeah.
Okay,
like a real
cool.
job. Yeah.
All right. Mastroni's always had his shit together.
Yeah. He's the shit.
That's what's up.
He's
Okay.
got his is coming out tomorrow.
Oh, he did one?
Yeah. Yeah. So they came to town. You were just talking about the BMX community, and I just had 5 homies staying at my house while I've been gone, watching my dog for me and shit. But yeah, Mastroni did the pod, and then
That's hard.
was sick, dude. Yeah.
Mastroni, I mean, no offense to you, we got deep Mastroni since I pretty much was in Connecticut the whole time,
Yeah.
bro. Oh my God, Mastroni on the come up.
Yeah.
His self-made videos.
Yeah. Popped.
Mastroni. Him in his backyard quarter.
Yeah.
And his boy Corey Godfrey. Did he mention
Yeah,
him?
dude. I don't think we talked about Corey Godfrey,
Damn,
but I was
Corey
such a big fan,
Godfrey.
dude. Like,
They were the dynamic
He
duo,
was
son.
sick.
They were
Yeah.
the two, like...
that's crazy that I mean, obviously but I've sweated Corey Godfrey so hard. I was a
Oh,
big fan of Mike, and I would talk to Mike on Facebook and shit, but Corey Godfrey was like that 1 degree away where I was like, oh shit, dude,
Those
that's
were
Corey
the dudes.
Godfrey. Yeah.
Those for that like type of writing, those are the dudes at
Yeah.
that time. They should. Why isn't Mastroni on Credence? Word, I just put that in my head. Like he should
Why
be on
isn't Mastoni
Credence.
on Credence? He's repping Sunday now, which is cool.
Man, put him on Credence.
I'm stoked, dude. He got hurt on this trip too. Like he was just doing a little Instagram clip and broke his wrist, which sucks. Like on day 1, but he's got a video part coming out later this year.
driving wrist?
It's gonna be sick. Yeah, his driving wrist. Yeah. Okay, there's one more question before Mount Rushmore, and it is: wave a magic wand, and you never see this trick again in BMX. What's your trick?
Stuff you see now. The switch-footed shit, I guess. I don't really like switching up your feet for no reason. It's just too complicated. It's annoying. It's a waste of your time. You know what I mean? Like, no offense to Nathan. He just does that shit because he knows every trick.
Yeah.
He's ran out of...
He's like, I'm too good at it.
Yeah, he'd have to start another sport.
Got to challenge myself
Yeah,
somehow.
that's the only reason he does that shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And he gets the pass. But other than that, I hate that shit, bro. Not hate, but like, it's just a waste. It's a waste of time.
Yeah.
Just stick to your, perfect your style.
You know who I saw where I was like, that's super valid is fucking Brock did a switch-footed lucky to 3. But
if you're doing the lucky, if you're switching it
like,
for something like that, that makes
something
sense.
that
But
depends
Brock's
on it.
always been insecure about his goofy footedness because he's a left side grinder.
It's always those ones that overcompensate and then they're fucking amazing at
He
both
gets
sides,
mad at
dude.
me, but I'm like, bro, when me and Garrett went to Woodward, you got a trip to Woodward for free. You were riding around the campus yourself, and it was left pegs, and he was carving to the left, and I'll never forget that shit. And I'm like, I remember that shit with the gyro, bro. Orange bike. He wouldn't say hi to Garrett. I was like, no way.
Shit.
He was mad young. He was like probably 13 or something like that. But
You don't know any better back then.
nah.
I like that. Okay. So I want to say like Jordan Godwin, he should also get a pass on the switch-footed stuff. I mean, everybody can get a pass.
Everybody
Fuck
can
it,
do
dude.
what they want.
Yeah.
But Jordan Godwin is
Amazing.
over Smith, feeble over hard 3 on a rail.
Yeah, he's nuts, dude.
That's all you gotta say about him.
Yeah.
You know, he's another one. I just met him for the first time at in the San Diego jam thing. He was super nice. So
Yeah, so nice, dude.
I just be not avoiding, but like if you ain't gonna come up to me sometimes in those settings, I'm not gonna be like, yo, what up? You
Right.
know, like I got 9 million other people to talk to.
That's where I saw you again.
Down
one of those
there,
things
right?
where we passed at BMX Day in San Diego. Yeah.
But I got stuck dealing with drama. Not drama, but like trying to figure out, why is Ty pulling up on the BTM today out of all days? You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I got
yeah.
yell at him right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, come on, son. Like, you're not making a statement.
Yeah.
You pissing me off.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like you could be, first thing I said, you could be a little crazy right now. It's all right. You know, like, he was like, what do you mean? I'm like, what you mean what I mean, son? Like, come on, son.
What do you mean? What do I mean?
It's like
dude?
posting at New Balance when you don't even know anybody over there. I love you, Ty. It's free Palestine, whatever you want us to say.
I'm a big fan of Ty. All right, Mount Rushmore.
There ain't none.
That's
Nah,
that's a
I
nice
don't know.
answer.
There ain't really. It goes in waves, you know what I mean? Like I got like 2, Edwin and Patrick King.
Cool.
I thought about it yesterday a little bit. Edwin, Patrick King.
Fuck yeah, I love PK.
Patrick King. Just put.
Dylan.
Yeah, exactly. Real talk. Yo, he's the best proponent for the Dylan, bro. PK is the best. I wish you could bring PK. He rides, but he's over the whole like posting and shit. He be thrifting with his girl. He got a little thrift shop up in North
I
Carolina.
wanted to touch on that. The thrifting. Are you stoked? Do you stay in touch with Seeley?
Yeah, of course.
The Unibinner?
I want to have a PeepGame section at the store.
Let's go.
I think
That'll
that'll be cool
sick.
because
Yeah.
we do so much one-on-one shit that it's like Just make a section like how like thrift stores be having Supreme sections.
Yeah.
Make it, come on.
Dope.
Just make it nice, like whatever. Like I said, like I've stayed in Pittsfield with him before. We used to hustle Nike SBs like out the back door. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he's helped me out a lot. Yeah. Like Jake Seeley, like luckily, you know, his grandparents, I don't know if they're well off or I doubt they're well off, but he always had money for food and shit. And he's like, anytime we go in the store, he's like, yo, Steve-O, what you want? You know what I mean?
Hell
like,
yeah.
he's always looked out for me. So,
good guy.
Seeley, and Seeley, like, dude, Hackettstown, New Jersey used to have these late night Friday sessions from like 10 to 2 a.m., which it's a 3-hour drive from my crib. And that drive from Seeley's crib to my crib was 4 hours. So he would come down all day, drive to my house. Then I make him go pick up 2 other homies. Then we're driving to Hackettstown, New Jersey. Drive back to New York. Like, bro, super troopers. I ain't never given him a dime for gas. Cross-country trip, he supported the whole thing because, bro, I've been blessed my whole life. But also, I can't take away from myself because I put it together. You know what I mean? Like,
the connector, man.
I'm like, yo, I bring you value. Don't let me go hungry, bro.
Fuck yeah.
You know? Like, not saying I don't, thank you. But I'm just saying, you know.
Dude, this has been good. Anything else? Any last words?
Dylon.
Thank you, Steve. All right. That's it. See you next week, fuckers. Okay. Thanks for watching the show. Sorry about the autofocus, but Steve's dope, so hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll see you next week with the craziest episode that I've done so far. That's it.